We are live. Again, we are live. Buffalo Sabres hockey back at it again to take on Les Canadiens in Montreal. Loser of this game moves to last in the Atlantic Division. The winner of this game bounces themselves back to a potential place of hope, a potential place of glory. Unfortunately for the Sabres, no Dahlin tonight, and Jordan Greenway is banged up as well. So a little bit of a mismatch lineup tonight, but Dahlin should be back for the weekend. We can now take the paper bag off my head, and hopefully that doesn't have to go back on. Again, a very winnable game for the Sabres to break their 10-game losing streak. We'll see if it happens. What's going on in the chat, everybody? Let's see who we got here tonight. What's going on? Sawyer, Greg, Josh, sniping. How's it going, guys? Avi, how's it going? It's predicting Sabres 4-3. I could see that happening. Again, Montreal has some pretty lackluster goaltending. Last time these two teams met up, the Sabres lost a back-and-forth battle where both teams used both of their goalies. Quite embarrassing loss there. Would definitely love to have that one back. Jersey we're repping today is my 50th anniversary Jeff Skinner jersey. One of my favorite jerseys that I own. I thought this jersey was pretty hideous when it first came out, but after seeing it on the ice, I fell in love with it, and I think it's one of the best Sabres jerseys of all time. Definitely not as good as the goat head, but pretty close up there. Avi says Ryan McLeod with the first goal scored. We'll see if it happens again. Ryan McLeod, he's been all right as of late, but definitely started the season a little better than he is now. The anthems are getting going right now, so we're just a few moments away from puck drop. Again, let me know your guys' thoughts about this game and predictions in the comments section here. Live chat. Again, big week of sports. College football playoff getting going later in the week. We have the Buffalo Bills on Sunday, primetime 4:25 to take on the Patriots. Elijah, how's it going? 8-1 Sabres. That's a bold take. I like it. That would be certainly a way to get out of a 10-game losing streak. Again, playoffs are still in the picture for the Sabres group, but they got to get it together quick. This is a must-win in Montreal. If you get Rasmus Dahlin back on Friday, you could go on a little bit of a winning streak. So they need this one against a very weak Montreal team that currently sits last in the Atlantic. If the Sabres were to lose, they'd find themselves last at the bottom of the standings. So again, a battle of two losing franchises right now, but the winner gets a big 2 points to put themselves back in the mix. Again, I've been saying it all season. The only playoff spot up for grabs right now for the Sabres is that last wild card spot, the second one in the East, and it is very obtainable, even with a 10-game losing streak. So 10-game losing streak, again, put them outside the picture by quite a bit, but a little bit of a run here in late December to January could put them right back in prime position for the trade deadline to make some moves and be able to get some progress there. Dahlin is out, and Owen Power about to play 30 minutes. Yep, him and Bowen Byram will get a majority of the playing time. Dahlin should be back Friday, though, so this will be the last game the Sabres will be without Dahlin, which is very good news. Because, again, Rasmus Dahlin, this team does not play very good without Rasmus Dahlin. We've seen that the last couple of games. So just finishing up the Canadian anthem here. Again, the Canadiens did a little bit in free agency to try to help their team, but again, they find themselves near and currently at the bottom of the standings in the East. Their biggest addition, Patrick Laine. We'll see what he does tonight. Again, he was high on the radar for a lot of Sabres fans and a lot of people in the front office, but he elected to go to Montreal. We'll see how that does. Sawyer says he has made his own paper bag and plans to wear it at a game right after Christmas. So we'll definitely check that one out on Discord. Again, if you guys want to join our Discord, be sure to join that one. Link should be on our profile. So just finishing up the anthems here. see what happens in this one. Again, the Sabres starting with their fourth line out there. So don't expect too much offense in the first couple minutes of this one, but you never know. Starting goaltenders for tonight, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen with an 8-9-3 record against Sam Montembeault, 9-13-2. Both goalies, not the greatest record-wise, but Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen definitely is a little bit better in the statistics department. Montembeault has 3 shutouts, though, so he's either hot or he's cold. You got to get on him early. So we are getting ready to go here. I think Devin Levi needs to be playing more. It's tough because UPL has been all right, but not elite. Yeah, I would just put UPL in almost every game. Devin Levi can be your backup, but keep sending him down to get those AHL games. I know you can't do that all season, but Buffalo Sabres switch to Pepsi sponsorship for next season. That'd be interesting. But anyway, here we go. The Sabres lose the faceoff, and we are underway here in Montreal. Great job there by Abe Kubel to bat it down at the blue line, but he promptly turns the puck over, and Montreal's going to have a chance right away. A nice shot on UPL. That one goes wide and bounces right back in front. They score! I think that was Armia, and Montreal, less than 20 seconds into the game, gets a nice funky bounce off the boards, and they put themselves up 1-0, just like that. UPL would be elite with decent defense. Yep. Oh boy, Joel Armia gets that one. Again, Owen Power finds himself in a terrible position. Samuelson tries to cut it off, and then Owen Power, and the puck bounces right off of the referee's skate in front. So yeah, a little bit of a bad bounce there. Again, the goaltender on the other side is not great, so do not worry. The Sabres should be able to get some goals here. Go Sawyer. Cannot wait to see that paper bag. We have to start a movement here. Sabres have their first line out there, which should have started the game because the fourth line never does a good job starting the game. Sabres ice the puck, though, so we will have a defensive zone faceoff coming up. Again, it's just this old school style of coaching that has not blended well with this very soft group of players they have right now. So that was Armia's 5th goal of the season. Montreal wins their offensive zone faceoff. That shot from the point goes right into UPL's glove. So we'll have another stoppage with 19:21 to go here. Evans and Heineman with the assist on the Armia goal. Again, still plenty of game left. This is a team on a 10-game losing streak. They cannot go to 11. Tage Thompson is my favorite Buffalo Sabres player. I might have to agree with you there. Tage Thompson is certainly my favorite current player. Definitely not my favorite Sabre of all time, but so first line still out there for the Sabres. Montreal wins the draw, and there's a point-blank shot that goes off of a pad and to the corner. There's a good box out by Power, and now Peterka along the boards is able to work it back, but Montreal keeps it in, and they're going to cycle it. They get another shot in there. Now Line A along the board, slides it over Montreal. A ton of zone time right now. Good block in front by Jack Quinn. And now Cozens turns it over right in front again. This Sabres line does not look good defensively so far. Back to the point. They dangle around 2, and now finally Montreal turns it over. And Dylan Cozens struggles to get it out, but he just barely gets it outside the blue line, and the Sabres will be able to change it up. Avi says, JJ Peterka is my favorite player from Germany. Yep. I got 2 JJ Peterka jerseys. Definitely one of my favorite guys, but he really has to get it going. A terrible season so far from him. Sabres now get it over center ice. Montreal will get that one right back, and they'll take it in the Sabres end here. There's a shot right on UPL's pads. That one gets batted away, and the Sabres will head back up the ice. McLeod off of a Montreal stick, bats it all the way down, so no icing there. Dvorak now slides it up. There's a nice stretch pass, and UPL has to make a save there. That one goes all the way to the blue line. Montreal keeps it in, though. So Sabres just like really bad defensively so far. A ton of point blank, and there's a turnover right in front. They score! No! Right off the crossbar. Looked like it went in. Now Yuri Kulik gets a stick on it to get it outside the zone. We'll have to take another look at that one. I thought for sure that went in, but they're going to say right off the crossbar. I think that was Anderson with the shot. A great shot there from Anderson. It just looked like it went right off the crossbar, the corner there. And the Sabres send it all the way down. No icing there. Armia to Heineman, and now they go 3-on-2 across the Sabres blue line. Good job by Byram to put a body in. Krebs now behind his own net, feeds it over to Abe Kubel, and Kubel has some space to get it outside the zone. Let's see if the Sabres can generate a little bit of offense here. They have some numbers. Byram now gets it behind the net. That one's going to slide all the way to the point to Yoki Haru. He'll keep it in and slide it down low. That would be Beck Malenstein now in the corner. He'll slide it around to Krebs on the other end. Krebs is getting bodied along there, and Montreal will steal the puck. Oh, Yoki Haru decides to pinch, and he gets taken down in the corner. No penalty there. So nice little pinch there from Yoki Haru to keep the pressure on, and now the puck in. There's a nice stretch pass down to Yoki Haru at the point. Yoki slides in. He's going to take it all the way behind the net. That one bounces right out in front, and Montembeault will make a save there. He'll cover that one up. Benson getting into it in front of the Montreal goal. So 16:22 to go here. We have another stoppage. I know. How did that not go in, right? Yep, Anderson. Whew. Double doink there. Whew. Wow. Good job by Luukkonen not to give up on that one, to stay in front. Clifton guarded the other side once it went off the post. So Sabres lose their offensive zone faceoff, and Montreal will start back the other way. They're struggling to get it out, but it takes a Canadian bounce, and now they'll be able to take it in with some speed. That's going to be a shot. That one goes wide, and oh boy, Owen Power takes his man out right next to the net, but that leaves a wide open lane, deflected by Tuck and out of play. Good stick by Alex Tuck there to break up an open lane shot from the point. The MSG keys to the game here are be on your toes, manage the push, and stay out of the box. The BSC keys to the game is shoot the puck into the net and end the 10-game losing streak. Simple as that. Finn says he's seen enough. Yeah. Down by one already in this one. But the Canadiens take it back the other way. Here's a quick chance. That one goes wide. Again, you got to be careful of those bounces. Sabres already 0 for 1 on the bounces. Montreal keeps it in the zone, though. Now they're going to make a nice move on Cozens. There's a shot in front. Bounces, almost into the net. A good job there by Yoki Haru to keep that one out of the net. Might have been Kulik. Caulfield able to get it back in the Sabres end, but he will elect to pass it back and let his line change. So Montreal controls the puck in their own end here. Yuri Kulik on the attack behind the net, but he's got no one with him. So Montreal easily. Oh, they turned it over right in front of the net. Now Ryan McLeod elects not to shoot. He tries to deke, and that one doesn't go well. So he'll dish it back to Clifton. Clifton gets a shot on net, but that one goes nowhere. And Montreal goes back the other way now. Stretch pass. That one somehow gets by both defenders right in front of the net. Breakaway. Good save by UPL. Still loose behind the net, though. UPL's got to get up. And that one goes in. They score. Patrick Laine makes it 2-0 Montreal. UPL sliding around in his net. Didn't know where it was. It popped right out to Laine. And again, the Sabres get beat defensively. They have looked pathetic on that defensive front. And Clifton and Gilbert just nowhere to be seen. And again, it just popped right out in front there and hit the corner of the net, popped right back out. This time, they thought it didn't go in, but it did go in. So, yeah, just a good shot by Laine there. Would have loved if the Sabres would have got him, but obviously our management unable to get anything. Again, Sabres are looking at it. And it's either going to be a review or a challenge. The refs are looking at it. They might be looking for a hand pass. Let's see here. So I think this was a league reviewed goal here. So I don't think it was challenged. And they're going to make a call. So let's see. No goal. Wow, the puck went right off the post. They're going to say no goal. So for the second time this game, Montreal puts it right off the post. Looks like it went in, but it didn't. So this game stays 1-0. So Patrick Laine gets a goal taken off. Again, it did come out of the net pretty funky, but, you know, thought it might have just went post in and right back out, but they say it went off the post, and clearly by the replay, it never went in the net. So 1-0 here, 14:51 to go. Montreal wins the faceoff. The Sabres got to use that as a wake-up call. You just got bailed out. You have to get the next goal this game. You can't go down by 2. A nice turnover there, and here comes Alex Tuch. He tries to split the middle, but doesn't have enough speed, so he'll have to dump it all the way in the Montreal end. Good steal, nevertheless. Again, Sabres caught pinching, and Montreal's going to be back the other way pretty quick. Now it gets held up, and it'll be slid behind the net. Hudson down low to Suzuki. Suzuki now to the point. There's a slapper. Good save by UPL. UPL's getting peppered this game so far. H. Thompson has a nice body check. The Sabres trying to get the puck out of the end, and a good job there by Benson. And Benson's still going. Oh, that might be a penalty. There it is. A good penalty there. And then it's going to go to Benson. Oh, my God. Benson got taken down, and they're calling him for interference. And now it gets touched up by the Sabres, and Zach Benson's going to head to the penalty box, and that could not be more wrong of a call. Let's take a look at the replay here. Finn says 6-0 Montreal. There's a chance. There's a chance. 2-minute penalty for holding going to Benson. Let's take another look at this one, though, because it looked like Benson was getting interfered with the entire way back. I guess they're not going to show us a replay, but from my vantage point on the telecast, it looked like Zach Benson was going in the end. He was getting held, interfered with, and then he might have retaliated a little bit and took his guy down. But again, if you're going to call one, you got to call the other. And it looked like, if anything, that was a penalty drawn by Zach Benson. An unfortunate series of events there. But again, like I always say, penalty kills can completely change the momentum of games. Just watch any Sabres game, you will know. Because the Sabres power play very rarely scores, and it completely flips the game when they don't. Habs fan, how's it going? See, I'd love a replay of that call. I'm sure we'll get one when we come back from commercial break, but I just don't know how you call that on Benson. Again, Benson continuously gets bad calls and weak calls called on him. So I don't know what the vendetta is against him. If he said something about the NHL officiate, I don't know exactly what's going on there. But for his entire career now, he has been picked on by the refs. Victor, how's it going? Buffalo loses tonight. They will achieve the joy of being last place in the conference. Yep. This is the battle for last place. But again, the winner puts themselves right back in the mix. That's how bad the wild card has been this year. So Benson in the box shaking his head. Let's take a look at this replay. Here we go. Again, Benson strips it there. And he's getting held. He's getting held. And then pulls down Hudson a little bit. Yeah, that is just... Oh. Again, at the very worst for Zach Benson, that should be offsetting penalties. That is just a terrible call, and the NHL continues to be very inconsistent with their rules. But anyway, Montreal wins the draw, and they will have a power play here to try to extend their lead. Sabres penalty kill's been good as of late, but we'll see what happens here. Now they're going to have a chance right in front of the net. They elect to just keep cycling it around, though. And there's a shot by Laine, and they score. Laine gets his goal right back, and Montreal goes up 2-0. Luukkonen was in a good position there. I don't know how that one got by him. But again, the Sabres just continue to give up chance after chance after chance. Yep, they're just setting him up, and Clifton gets baited here. He just goes, Connor Clifton, what are we doing, buddy? That is a terrible job on the power play. I don't know what he's doing. And just an absolute snipe from Patrick Line. Again, UPL's got to have that one, but it is point blank. You got to blame Clifton more than UPL on that one, but not a hot start for the Sabres. Down 2-0 here, less than 10 minutes into the game. So Yoki Haru now, he'll get it up to the red line, but Montreal gets the puck right back. So it looks like Terry Pegula's little meeting with the team has not worked as of yet. They don't look any more motivated than they were in previous games. That one goes out of play in the Montreal end, and we'll have a whistle with 13 on the dot. Love Benson, but the amount of penalties he takes kills us. Yeah, but a lot of them are weak calls. Again, I think the league has a problem against them. And there it is. Sawyer becomes a remember top Buffalo. He says, frick Terry Pegula and Kevin Adams. Could not agree more. Thank you, Sawyer, for your continued support on this channel. You'd love to see it. Again, if you guys want to become members, you get member exclusive emotes in the chat. Sawyer can now continue to use those in the chat. Again, the more members we get, the more emotes we can add. So thank you so much, Sawyer. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. Sabres lose the draw, and Montreal's going to head out of the zone. Look at that. Member for a month. Sony says, worst team in the league, fire Pegula. Yep. Again, there is a concern if he sells the team, they might move out of Buffalo. That's how bad this franchise, that's how much he's ran it into the ground. And I don't care what he's done with the Bills. As a fan of both teams, again, you got lucky with the Bills. You've done nothing with the Sabres. So it's time for a change. Lindy Ruff is not the right coach. Yeah, he's not the right coach for this group of guys. So you either had to change the group of guys in the offseason or get a coach that can work with the guys. And they did neither. So time for the paper bag again. If they go down by 3, we'll put it on. 21 people in here now. Thank you guys for joining. Ruff may not be perfect, but we should be doing better. Yeah, again, I just don't know. Ruff seems at a loss of words. He said this is the hardest group he's ever coached. He doesn't understand why they just have a lack of motivation and just the same mistakes over and over again. They just play dumb hockey. Ooh, Sabres almost get caught with too many men. No, they do. But they don't call it there. Okay. Connor Clifton brings it into the zone. He'll just chip it the rest of the way and head to the bench. Yeah, the Bills haven't done anything. But again, after how bad they've been, they've become content for a lot of people, right? A lot of people think the Bills are good enough being a constant playoff threat, which, again, you're not going to win the Super Bowl every single year. So you got to have realistic expectations. And I think the Bills have put themselves in a good spot every year that they've had Allen. Anyway, fourth line out there for the Sabres. Abe Kubel in the corner. He'll sling it out in front to Krebs. Nice pass in front, but goes right through Malenstein's skates. So no chance out of that one. And Montreal will get it right back to center ice. And we'll have a whistle now. Hand pass. Ryan says this team stinks. Could not agree more. Elijah says Buffalo needs an NHL expansion team. Yeah, again, all of these expansion teams seem to become better teams than the Sabres right away. Vegas, Seattle was right away. Utah, I guess Utah wasn't an expansion team. They just kind of took the same roster that the Coyotes had. Goes to show you these guys need to be shipped out, but the GM is incompetent. Yeah, again, you ask yourself, what's the problem? Is it the players, GM, or owner? And I think all three is a valid answer. So Montreal wins the draw there. Still plenty of time left. And again, Montembeault is either going to shut you out or he's going to give up 5. So plenty of time to make that the latter of that. Power gets it up, but Gooley picks that one off. Now Power behind his own net lets the puck go for Dylan Cozens. He'll backhand it into the corner, and Peterka tries to get it outside the zone, but he doesn't. And again, this line just getting dogged defensively, and Quinn, Cozens, and Peterka, the once kid line, now the non-defense line, it seems. Power now in the corner, fighting off two guys, and Samuelson levels this guy in the corner. That's a dirty hit, and he's going to take a penalty. And now Line is getting into it with Samuelson a little bit. Nothing's going to come out of that one. Let's take another look at that one. Again, a stupid penalty to take by Samuelson. I don't know what he's doing. Nowhere near the puck. Never touches the puck there, and Samuelson just levels him. Let's see if he got the elbow up, though. Yeah, I mean, not a dirty hit, I guess. It'll be a 2-minute call for interference. But again, just a dumb play by Samuelson, who's been nothing but terrible since we've signed him. Yeah, again, the Pat LaFontaine situation in Buffalo definitely ended poorly. So Sabres need a kill here. That's a good start to the penalty kill. They clear the zone. Again, this could be a momentum changer, though, for the Sabres. They need a kill here. Canadiens power play 1-for-1 tonight on their only shot. So they'll enter the Sabres end. Good stick by Alex Tuch there, and it goes in the corner, and a nice hustle now from Ryan McLeod. If you can get it over to Tuch, he's got a little bit of a breakaway. He does get it to Tuch, and it puts it right on the goaltender. Oh, a flubber there. So a missed opportunity for the Sabres, and Montreal goes back with some speed the other way. They'll sling it around UPL, and now they will get it set up. So a great chance there. Good hustle from McLeod, but again, Tuch just puts it into the chest of a goaltender. You see that a lot. Good stick by Alex Tuch there, and he will clear it. So good penalty kill so far as we approach the halfway mark of the power play for Montreal. Man, this Sabres team needs a spark of some sort, and they just don't seem to be playing with any fire. This penalty kill has been the only good I've seen so far. Good job by Montreal to get the puck in the end, though, but Owen Power picks that one off, and he'll slide it up to Quinn. Quinn now with some speed, 1-on-2 back the other way. He's looking for a shot. He's going to get one, but it goes wide. And now Montreal takes it up. Owen Power, nice cutoff there, and Gilbert's going to be able to get it, and he will take it up to the red line, up to the blue line now before dumping it the rest of the way in. So 25 seconds to go on this power play. The Sabres looking like they're going to kill this one off. Yeah, you say that about RJ, but man, he had to watch some very similar hockey for his last 10 years as an announcer. So I feel so bad that, he had to waste his time doing that. Slapper from the point. It's loose in front. And now it's picked up there and sent all the way down. So that'll be the end of the power play. Our first good news of the night for the Sabres. They kill a power play. Down 2-0, but still plenty of time in this one. Again, you'd rather be down 2-0 in the first than in the third. Pops free in the corner, and now Thompson just pins it along the boards. I don't know what he's thinking there. He wins it back, though, and gets it to Owen Power, who very slowly tries to get it up the wall. Pulik now gets it, and now the Sabres will exit the zone. Good job there. Now, there you go. Jason Zucker gets taken down, and the Sabres will head to their first power play of the night. Anderson's going to get a tripping call. Bandits play better than the Sabres. Who would have thought the Bandits would be more popular than the Sabres? Again, Sabres fans have been top 3 in the league for the last, I guess you could say, kind of the early 2000s to the mid 2010s. And for the last 10 years, they have been bottom of the barrel because, who can blame you for not watching? Pettersson will change everything. Yeah, again, that's a move that, was just thrown out there. Wouldn't take any seriousness into the proposed offer of Cozens and Byram for Pettersson. But again, this stuff should have been done in the offseason, and Kevin Adams gave Lindy Ruff a non-Lindy Ruff team to work with, and we're seeing the effects of that. Josh says, poor guy was the last vestige of a dying organization, unfortunately. If not for him, maybe the fans stopped showing up to games before. Yeah, I completely agree. I think Rick Jeanneret completely saved the franchise for a little bit. Again, I'll admit that, some nights I only watch the games or turn down the radio to listen to RJ. But at the end of the day, again, if I wasn't covering this team every single day, it would be painful to watch this team. So thank you guys for joining. Those of you who have no positives from watching the Sabres other than trying to watch your hockey team win games. Thank you for sticking along the journey. Again, ever since we started this channel a couple of years ago, this team has just been the same old, same old. Finn wants to be GM. We got a lot of people in the comments that want to be GM. And again, it's a lot harder job than you would think. But I hate to say it, a lot of you guys in the chat would probably make for better general managers, at least than Kevin Adams. Avi says, I just watch all NHL hockey, best sport. I agree it's the best sport, but the refereeing needs to get more consistent. It's hard to watch. Again, if I watch a game that's not the Sabres, I'm just so not invested. It's so hard to watch with the way this league is officiated. So much, grabbing and interference that they don't call. What is goaltender interference? Playoff hockey is great, though. No Donald tonight. Cannot blame Donald for not joining tonight. He is as disgusted as all of you are with the team. So Sabres won the draw here on the power play. We'll see what this wonderful Sabres power play will get done here. Peterka along the boards to Byram. Down low to Peterka. Peterka down low. There's a nice little move. Benson tried to get it to Tage, but a nice job by Montreal to shut that one down. Sabres get it back to Peterka. Over to Byram. Back to Peterka. He'll take a shot. That one goes off a stick and into the corner. Quinn's going to be able to keep it in, though. And now Byram pinches in. Byram looking for a pass. He's going to just take the shot. That one gets stopped by Benson in front of the net. He'll take it and slide it back down to Peterka at the point. Peterka across to Byram. Nice little moves here for the power play. Keeping the puck in the zone. Quinn. Thompson to Byram. Thompson setting up for a one-timer. Byram elects to go to Peterka down low. Benson's going to take it to the net. He tries to pick a hole there, doesn't get it, but a great diving pass there to get it over to Peterka and keep the puck in the zone. Byram now down low to Peterka in front, and that one goes right out in front, but now Montreal's going to have an open lane to slide it all the way down, and Quinn stops it, but not in, so Montreal will not be able to change. Good job there by Quinn. Quinn's going to take it, tries to do his patented toe drag shot. That one goes nowhere, and it is slapped all the way down the ice, so Sabres, nice start to the power play. Got some good chances there, but you got to capitalize on this one. 40 seconds to go. Owen Power now out there as the quarterback. We know how that's going to go, right? Yep. Passes up to Zucker, and Zucker turns it over immediately. Tuck keeps it in, though. Good play by Zucker now, and gets it to Power. Back to Zucker. Montreal getting a little aggressive. The shot's going to open up then. Kulik now along the near side. 20 seconds to go on this one. Slides it down low. His pass just gets batted, and in front of the Montreal end, it's still loose. And now it's covered up by Montembeault. So rough power play, second half of the power play. Again, this first unit on the power play continues to just be incompetent. They can't make passes. They don't even try to shoot. But a replay at the Benson chance. Again, they give them that little lane, but there's no room to put the puck in the net. Sawyer has UPL as his goalie. Yeah. Looked like a good move, right? Because Montreal, not a very good team, but Sabres haven't given them any defense. So that face-off gets blown dead, so they'll redo it here. 16 seconds to go on the power play. Sabres need a face-off win if they want to draw anything out of this. It'll be Yuri Kulik on the face-off against Dvorak. Sabres win that one. Power gets it back to Tuck. Tuck now down low. There's just a lot of standing around doing nothing. Kulik now gets a shot. That one gets blocked out in front, and Power's nowhere to be seen at the point, and that'll be the end of the power play. So, again, Sabres power play, just a whole lot of nothing. Montreal will dump it the entire length of the ice and get an actual line out there rather than their penalty kill unit, and the Sabres will do the same. So, Yoki Haru now looks for center ice. That one gets tipped. No icing back the other way. Abe Kubel put some pressure on there, and Malenstein's going to be able to get to the point to Yoki Haru. Yoki gets it to Abe Kubel. He puts a shot on that. It's loose in front and covered up again, and now Malenstein's getting dogged in front of that. He gets taken down. Doesn't look like anyone wants to fight, though, so we'll just blow that one dead. So 2-0 here with 5:16 to go in the first. We'll head to commercial break. Bills wearing their red jerseys and white pants. And Red Sox this Sunday versus the Patriots. That they are, and I am very excited to see what those look like on the field. Again, that was something the fans demanded after years and years of the full red uniform. They wanted to see the red uniform with the white pants, and I did too. Can't wait to see what those look like. Sawyer took a bunch of Canadiens for his fantasy. There you go. Those should give you some points if they haven't already. Julian said, I decided to take a healthy step back after we blew 4-0 to the Avs. I can't be a fan of another franchise the same way, so I guess I'm stuck with this team. Yeah, that's just kind of how it is, right? You know, real fans stick it out, and unfortunately, it's going to be 14 years of no playoffs for this team, if we're being honest. Josh Allen show on Sunday. Yep. Again, that's what we live for in Buffalo. It's football, because this hockey team just continues to let us down night after night. And it's unfortunate. You look back at that blown game against the Avalanche, and, you know, at that time, the Sabres were, you know, right in the playoff mix, and all of a sudden they lose 10 in a row, and just terrible. Absolutely terrible. Trey says, where can you watch the game for free? Put a bet on Zach Benson to score a goal. I don't know exactly where you can watch this one for free. If you have, I believe it's on Sportsnet and MSG. So if you don't have those, maybe ESPN Plus if you have that. If not quite sure any other site there. But Zach Benson scoring a goal could happen. Score a half point. Okay. That's more doable. Just needs a goal or an assist there to get you that. So could happen. So we are back here in Le Montreal. Tage Thompson to take the offensive draw here alongside his first line mates of Alex Tuck. And that one shot right in. Yuri Kulik up on that first line now. Byram now holds it at the point. Nice little move there. Fooled the camera guy. And he's going to get a shot in net. That one gets tipped up and behind the net. So a couple of nice looks for the Sabres here. Just can't get the puck on net. Kulik, nice pass there to Tage. Tage is going to take it in the corner, and he'll be forced to slap it around the net to Tuck. So a nice little offensive pressure there, but Yuri Kulik couldn't hold on to it at the far corner, and it gets pushed outside of the end. It was actually Yoki Haru who couldn't hang on to it. Who would have guessed? Consistently the worst player on the ice for the Sabres, in my opinion. Montreal needs a national lacrosse expansion team. Yeah, it's a fun league to watch a little bit of. Again, without a Buffalo team, I'm not too invested. Montreal, nice little move there. They get a shot on UPL. He's going to be forced to cover that one up. So 4:09 to go. We have a stoppage. Yeah, Tage and Caulfield to score a goal, at least one each. What do you think about it? I like it. Again, the Sabres are going to be on full attack for at least the third period if they're still losing. So you'd expect Tage to get one. And Cole Caulfield's always a threat. So I like that. I don't know if it's going to hit, but personally, I wouldn't bet it just because the only advice I'll give for betting about the Sabres is always bet against the Sabres. You'll make more money than you lose. That is for sure. Sabres lose the draw. Zach Benson fighting for it in the corner. And it'll end up on Jason Zucker's stick with a little bit of space. He'll slide it behind his own net, and it crawls out of the end there. Canadiens get it right back in. UPL has to come out of his net to play that one to Owen Power. Now Power looking for the stretch pass. Can't find one. So he'll just give it across, and now it'll be slapped all the way down into the Montreal end. Nice job by Benson there to keep it in the zone. But Jack-Eye will get it out, and glove down by Brian McLeod. He'll go off for a change. So Sabres changing here. Montreal will do the same. Now Power gets it up in between the centers, but that is turned over, and there's a nice shot there. UPL way out of his net to make that save. Now Samuelson will bring it back to center ice. He'll get it to Krebs. That's going to be a delayed offside, so Sabres got a touch up. They do very nicely there, but Montreal will get the puck back in their own end. All right, Trey, good luck on that bet. We'll see if it hits for you. Brady says he's turning the game off. He'll watch the stream, though. All right, appreciate you. Hopefully the Sabres can come back. Lacrosse is soft. I don't know about that. I mean, depends what lacrosse we're talking about. Some lacrosse is pretty vicious. Back to the point now. Clifton, he takes a shot. That one gets up on Montembeault, but up and out of play. And we'll have another stoppage with 2:31 to go. Sabres need a goal in this first period. You can't be down 2-0 to a weak Montreal team at the end of the first. Any thoughts on how long this losing streak lasts? What's the record for Sabres' consecutive losses? It was actually that 18-game losing streak that they had under Ralph Kruger, and the last couple of games were actually under Granato. But, yeah, I don't think it's going to reach 18 games. There is any time to get it done. I thought it would be tonight against a weak team in the Canadiens, but certainly doesn't look like it. So if not tonight, I mean, I don't know. Friday is going to be tough against the Leafs. Then you got to play the Islanders on Monday, which the Sabres never play good against the Islanders. There's a slap shot from the point by Montreal. That one goes wide, though. Good look. Couldn't hit the net. And now it gets cleared outside, so Montreal will have to reset. Would you trade Dylan Cozens for someone or hold on to him? See, that's tough. Again, at this point, again, if the Sabres aren't going to go for the playoffs and they're not going to do anything at the trade deadline, I would just hold on to him because there's no point to trade him then. And again, there's still a high upside there. I don't know what's going on. But, you know, if Kevin Adams is going to go for it and make more than that move, then sure, trade him. Again, this franchise needs playoffs. I don't care if you give up a little bit of the future. Until you make the playoffs, nobody's going to want to come here. Yeah, Finn says Cozens, Jokiharju, and Power out. And trading Power would be tough. As bad as he's been this year, again, you got to give these defensemen time. You also have not given Power a defensive pairing. Can't blame a guy for being bad when he's paired up with Jokiharju every night, and that's coming from one of the biggest Owen Power complainers that they will be. I think the Sabres think Byram stays in Buffalo or tries to leave. Apparently, he wants to be the #1 defender somewhere, but I think he's going to be stuck in Buffalo as an RFA. Zucker now gets a shot off. That one goes high and wide. And now Zucker, nice little hit along the boards. It goes behind the net. Zucker, nice backhand pass, but it does not end up on Benson's stick. And now Montreal back the other way, 2-on-1. Sabres caught pinching again. Byram, the defenseman, back. Toe drag. That one gets blocked. Good job by Bowen Byram there. Now the Sabres play it behind their end. They'll have time for one more rush in the period. 26 seconds. Played back to Jokiharju. He's looking for a pass. He's just going to flip it up to center ice. Matheson couldn't handle that one. Malenstein all over him now, trying to rip the puck from him. Still on him. Matheson just having a tough time. But he'll slide it around. And with 10 seconds to go, Montreal will get it back up to center ice. And now almost had a 2-on-1 chance, but Power was able to bat it down. Sabres will bring the puck in the end with 3 seconds to go. They don't know how much time's left on the clock, though, because they're not even going to try to shoot it. And that'll be the end of the first. So Sabres down 2-0 at intermission. An unfortunate start to this one, but the Sabres rallied to at least get a couple of chances before the end of that period. They were a better team in the second half and just came out flat. But a good job by Bowen Byram there to break up that 2-on-1. Could have easily been 3-0 before the period ended. Sawyer says he stopped watching. I do not blame you. So end of the period there for the Sabres. Again, just got thoroughly outplayed for the entirety of that period. UPL continues to, he makes saves, but he's not going to win you games. You know that's going to be the case from him. Coyote, how's it going? Yeah, I completely agree with that statement. I mean, Sabres seem as just an absolute embarrassment to the city. The fact that they're not planning on making any moves is kind of crazy, but we'll see what happens the rest of this year. Again, covering the Sabres, it's always the first couple of games of the season. It's, a lot of hope, and then it quickly shifts to what kind of moves is this team going to make? Who's getting fired? Who's not getting fired? What kind of trades? So it's fun to cover this team because of how much of a train wreck they are. But as a fan of this team, it's very annoying. Need a new goaltender. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's tough. UPL looks good some nights. He looks bad some nights. He's still young. Devin Levi, same sort of thing, but he's tearing it up in the AHL. So I think the future's bright with goaltending. Again, it's the defense that just gives up constant chances. Put UPL on the best team in the league, and he matches, the goaltending that they have now. Let's go on, Jason. Yep, not looking good this game. 82-game season is long and hard. Buffalo will heat up sometime. Just need to get a win. Finish last season strong. Yeah, again, it's just every single season they try to finish strong, but they always have these massive losing streaks that just kills the season. Honestly, I was thinking the Sabres would win tonight against the Canadiens and break the losing streak. I thought so too, but again, still time to do it. Against a team like the Canadiens give up goals in bunches. So again, don't give up with this one yet. What happened? Like, we were doing pretty well like a month ago. I know Dahlin got hurt. Tage got hurt for a little bit. And I think just this whole team's dealing with some injuries. And there's obviously a disconnect between the players, GM, and coach. That it's not meshing at all. And unfortunately, it's a problem we seem to see every single year. Hershey is official chocolate of Buffalo Sabres. Yeah. Speaking of Hershey, Hershey has knocked the Amerks out the last couple of years in the playoffs. Definitely in the Calder Cup down there. Had high hopes Lindy would light a fire with this group. I thought so too. Again, I don't know. I've been very disappointed with how Lindy's kind of approached the situation. Again, he looks too calm on the bench. I thought for sure he would be like that hard ass Lindy Ruff on the bench, screaming at everyone, getting everyone fired up, and he's just kind of sat there. Again, we don't know what happens behind closed doors, but I mean, from the looks of it, it just looks like he's sitting there and he's content with it. So again, I don't want to blame Lindy Ruff. Again, I was very excited when we brought him in, but a little bit concerned because the team we had didn't really match his play style. And again, the GM did nothing to fix the team around him, and it's just kind of been that way. 11 shots to 4. Yep, that's been the story of this one. Sony says he realizes the team is a lost cause. Yeah, but again, you got hired to be the coach. So if they're a lost cause, you got to keep the fire. I mean, we're not paying you to coach 20 games and give up. But again, a guy like Lindy Ruff just killing his reputation coming back to the Sabres with this team. It's just, it's sad. And hopefully, obviously they're going to keep him around. Hopefully Kevin Adams can adjust the team in the offseason or at the trade deadline to fit a little bit more of that Lindy Ruff mold. And Lindy could go out breaking the playoff drought as the coach before he moves on from this job. And again, you got to think this is Lindy's last go around in the league too. So if he were to end out with a couple losing seasons with the Sabres, that would just ruin his legacy, I think. Still a fan, but it's hard. I'm right there with you. Personally believe the owners are the problem. It's been the only thing that stayed consistent the entire drought, so there's certainly a chance. That being said, I think it's more the owners' fault for hiring doofuses after doofus, but I don't know. Again, the internal cap thing, there might be one, but there wasn't for the longest time, right? He spent a lot of money, so I think it's just who the Sabres have hired. They haven't hired anyone smart, and they finally get Lindy here, who is a respected coach, but now you have a GM who's not respected. Carolina up 1-0 on the Islanders, so if the Sabres were able to win, they would gain ground on them in the wild card race. How the heck was bringing Lindy? Again, how is he not able to bring his own coaching staff in? I don't know. I really don't know. That's my biggest concern, right? That entire assistant coaching staff should have been dumped. The fact that Matt Ellis and Marty Wilford and all the other idiots behind that bench are still here is crazy. Again, I'm not attending every practice. I don't know for sure what's going on. Maybe the group is just so uncoachable that it doesn't matter who they bring in as an assistant coach. And again, you can't blame the assistant coaches. The head coach is the guy making the calls. So again, the fault gets blamed on Lindy here. Dylan Cozens should be over Benson in top power play unit. Yeah, again, the thing with Cozens, though, on the power play is he's just not good on the power play. They put him at the bumper spot. He can't handle a pass. He shoots it right into the chest every time. So he's just not a good power play guy. So they tried it. It didn't work. Nothing's working with the power play. Again, I think it's, until you get Dahlin back, it's not going to work. And even with him, it doesn't work because the only thing they have going for them on the power play is the Tage Thompson one-timer. And until they bring someone in to kind of offset that, to put on the other side, so the teams don't just shadow that way, it's not gonna fix itself. The Sabres top power play unit just continues to be bad for the last 2 seasons now. It's not like it's a new thing. It's the players that you have on the unit just don't work. You have to get new players for that power play unit. They've been doing it with one GM or coach is fired, is bringing in an interim who ends up staying. Yeah, again, it's lazy. It's exactly what they do. You're spot on there. They just make the easiest choice. Again, even Lindy Ruff was an easy choice. He had no other choice, and he decided to come back home because he already lives here. I mean, again, I don't think it was the complete wrong decision, but for Kevin Adams to come on air and say, "Oh, I thought this was the right decision. This was, this wasn't for nostalgia because it was the easiest." Well, it was the easiest, whether he wants to admit it or not. All right, Sawyer, I will take a look at that. I think Terry puts all of his effort in the Bills. Apparently, he's more involved in the Sabres than the Bills, they say. I guess he just kind of lets the Bills and Brandon Beane do their own thing. Yeah, it's tough to focus on, too. Lindy and Ted Nolan. Yeah, Ted Nolan, again, not a whole lot of success, but he definitely got the most out of his team. Let's take a look at this paper bag. Sawyer, I'll let you know. I can't pull it up on the screen right now, but let's take a look at it. Oh, yeah. That is perfect. Got the logo in the corner, too. Oh, yeah. And on the back. Sawyer, eye reveal. I like it. Again, Sawyer, wear that thing proudly to the game you go to. That is awesome. And if you guys want to wear paper bags, we can start a movement here. Ted Nolan used to live in St. Catharines. Sawyer met Ted Nolan. How'd that go, Sawyer? Was he a nice guy in person? I've heard good things about him. That's the thing, though. Lindy didn't do well in New Jersey. Yeah, was still brought in with Buffalo, thinking he would be any better. Yeah, and again, he had some success with New Jersey, but he also had quite the fall off with them as well. So again, the system he has didn't work with the New Jersey group of guys. It's funny, a lot of people compare New Jersey's roster to the Sabres roster. Obviously, the Sabres a little less talented, but the same type of players. So a guy that didn't work with one group, why would he work with the other? And again, Lindy, like they said, Lindy denied the job multiple times, he said, before he accepted it. Kevin Adams, pressured him into taking it. And Lindy basically said, it's a fun group of guys to coach, but I don't think it's going to work unless we make some changes. So they made an agreement to change the team up to mesh his coaching style. And obviously, Kevin Adams didn't do enough. That's plain and simple. So if you're going to bring in Lindy Ruff, you can't blame Lindy Ruff for coaching how he coaches. You can't adapt to a brand new team in one season. So again, you can't blame him. It's not his fault. And the Devils have found their coach. Yeah, again, Sheldon Keefe, very talented coach there. But again, NHL coaches get flipped every 3 years anyway, so it's tough. 2-0 Carolina. There we go. Ted Nolan seems like kind of a grouch. Was probably still mad about hashing. Yeah. Is Coach Q just untouchable since the Chicago debacle? It looks like it. There's been a little bit of rumblings here or there, but again, that's one of those guys that if he were to take another job, it would be his last go around. So I don't think he's going to waste that with the Sabres. There we go. Smooth Gaming said he's going to pull up the paper bag on stream. Victor wants to see fans wearing bags at home games. Again, I can't give this franchise any money to go to a game right now until they start winning. But if there's a game that's literally like $10 or cheaper, I'll show up with a bag. McAvoy and Pavel Zacha for Dahlin and JJ. Dahlin is going to be untouchable. Now, if you put Pasternak in that deal, then we're talking. But yeah, no. I was hoping at the beginning of this year, Buffalo got rid of these losing streak habits. They definitely haven't. Yep. Just an on-par season. Again, any other franchise that loses 10 games in a row would be absolute chaos. Things would be getting done. This is just a regular season of Buffalo Sabres hockey, unfortunately. Yeah, so you need the Hawaiian shirt, the whole get up. Again, Kevin Adams just continues to make a mockery. Continues to make a mockery of the city, unfortunately. Just insulted fans at that press conference. That was bad. So yeah, Sabres had 16 shot attempts, only 3 got to the net. The reason for that is the current system of the Sabres is just slap the puck from the point. Just slap the puck from the point and hope it goes somewhere. Clearly, you don't have a good group of guys to tip the puck into the net, as we've seen. Bills will bring back red helmet in 2025. I like that prediction. I might say 2026. I think they might be saving it for the new stadium. Maybe they do it for a special, last year at this stadium. Maybe that's what they do as well. But it seems like they're saving it for the new stadium, just because I think if they weren't, they would have done it already. Again, that's been a thing for now, I don't know, 5, 6, even 8 years. They wanted to bring those back and they haven't, and they've kept pretty quiet about it. They should be giving fans that attend the games from now on free food because they are lucky any fan show up in the first place. Yeah, I don't disagree with that at all. Or free Sabres t-shirts or something. Yeah, as long as they're not giving away gravy boats, because that was the start of the losing streak that game. Who helped for U20 World Juniors going back for gold medal, or who's hyped for that? Oh yeah, I'm excited for that. Again, the juniors are always a fun thing to watch around that Christmas, New Year's time. There is the paper bag again. Let's see if I'll point both ways. I don't know which way I'll be pointing here, but there is Sawyer's paper bag. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let them know what you think. Penguins trade Crosby to the Sabres. Crosby could be on the move again. If they want to get anything for him, you trade him this year. If you don't think you're going to make the playoffs, but again, Crosby's one of those guys I think retires as a Penguin. Wearable flag at the Sabres Red Wings game. 9 out of 10 paper bag. I like it. Florida Panthers defense players would be good for us. Yeah. Florida's got some good defenders. Not giveaway. I mean, free Sabres t-shirts or something. Just the fact that fans are paying for tickets that show up to watch them lose. Yep. What's going on, Donald, in the chat? Bo Byram, get ready to speak. Florida Panther. Yeah. I was grabbing a glass of water and thought, I wonder how the Sabres are doing. How's it going, Tristan? The answer to that question is bad. 90% of the time, that will be the answer to that question. Thanks for joining. Found an old Walmart bag in the pantry. I mean, hey, the one I got right now is a Walmart bag as well, so we're on the same wavelength there. But yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, again, I thank you guys for joining this one. Again, as Sabres fans, it's tough. You got to be a special breed of person to watch these games and stick with the team. Can't believe Kevin Adams or Terry Pegula is not at least apologizing to the fans right now. Yeah, again, it's just he just makes a mockery of the fan base, both of them. Terry Pegula not talking to the fans makes a mockery of them. Kevin Adams pretty much telling them to piss off in the press conference makes a mockery of them. Is Pegula going to speak to the team after the game? Probably, yeah. Probably just tell him he's still confident in the guys. What a joke of an ownership this is. Again, everything is wrong with this team. Everything is wrong with this team. There's really not a whole lot of fixing. And again, it's just the effort, right? Like they hustle a little bit and then they'll just give up the puck and they sit and stand still their defensive end and just get peppered for 5 minutes straight. Wish Terry would. Yeah. Like, did we think that was going to help telling the players that they're not going to make trades? I mean, the players got to be praying for trades. Either they want to get the heck out of here because, this team stinks, or they want new talent to be brought in so they could have a chance this year. Telling them you're going to stick with the current group of guys that just lost 10 games in a row is a mockery. I mean, I don't think that's going to help. Inflatable palm trees are $15 on Amazon. No shot of him getting that. They should do a palm tree giveaway. That solves both of our problems. Terry strikes me as someone who's never apologized for anything, accepting 13 years of ineptness. Says a lot about your character. Yeah, I agree with that. Again, he's got the Bills, and if the Bills keep playing well again, I think he's going to be majority liked in the city. But I see people are starting the hashtag Terry out trend. Again, I know people are worried about the Sabres potentially moving out of Buffalo. I don't think they'd move out of Buffalo if they sell the team. Trev's got the Canadiens money line for this one. Looking good so far. Marty Baron looking excited to watch some more Sabres hockey. Yeah, he's on the call tonight. Very interesting decision there. Shout out, Marty. Terry is not a popular guy. That's going to be a hit to the billionaire's ego. Yeah, he's not a popular guy among Sabres fans, but Bills fans like him because he kept the Bills in Buffalo, allegedly, and the Bills are all of a sudden a consistent playoff team. Barry Pagula and Kevin Adams are completely oblivious to the fact of how the fans feel right now. Yeah, and again, if Kevin Adams knows he's going to have his job after this year, there's really nothing to say. Excited to watch Memphis versus West Virginia, the Frisco Bowl tonight. And the Sabres, yeah, that should be a fun one. Again, college football playoff coming up this weekend. As a Notre Dame fan, super excited for Friday night. And if they win, obviously, the weeks after that. Tristan says, low key, if I'm the organization, actually did more for the fans, they might care more, which might make the playoffs care more. It's like they see not making the playoffs as an excuse for not trying. Yeah. Avi says, go Irish. Let's go. Yeah, Tristan, I agree with you there. I picked Memphis in my pick'ems. Should I change it to West Virginia? I would stick with Memphis. West Virginia doesn't have a coach right now. They're kind of a mess going through a change. They'll be good next year, but for this bowl game, I would pick Memphis. Tank for Tua. Yeah. Yeah, Sabres might be tanking, that's for sure. Going on, Mike. Going on with Sabres. They were favorites before it started. Same old, same old. I mean, this team's on a 10-game losing streak, so can't expect them to win until they do. Notre Dame smacking Illinois at home. I think so too, but again, it might snow, so that could completely even things up as the Sabres get underway here again. Yeah, I think it's a combination of the Sabres players, management, and owner. Yeah, I told the players they're stuck to deal with it. Again, I don't think that's a confident shot. I think that is a basically an FU. Yeah, pad save there. Anyway, Montreal now fiddling with the puck, and now it's turned over. Peterka right behind the net. He's unable to turn it back, but he gets it back along the boards. Now Montreal will get a good job by Jack Quinn to keep it in. Now Peterka and Quinn going back and forth, but Montreal will get that one. Good step up by Samuelson to keep it in. But again, Montreal gets it right back. So Sabres pinch up. But now I don't know what Owen Power was doing. He just goes down and right out in front, right in front of UPL. Now Dylan Cozens is able to take it out. Again, Owen Power, what are we doing? Again, continue to say it. Owen Power looks like a baby deer. Now Cozens with a shot. That one gets gloved down and held by Montembeault with 18:16 to go. Let me know what you guys think in the chat right now. Do the Sabres make a comeback in this one, or are they doomed? Also, consider becoming a subscriber and channel member. Helps us out a bunch. Be sure to leave a like on the stream as well. Again, I have fun doing this. I thank you guys for joining. As painful as it is, it's also pretty comical to watch these Sabres games at this point. How long will the losing streak last? Jason Zucker off the faceoff gets it in the corner. His pass goes nowhere. He fanned on it. Now Montreal's going to play it back to the point. Gilbert now, in front. Good save there. Zucker tries to wrap it around, and now Benson plays it over to Zucker. Zucker gets it in front of McLeod. There's a shot, and that one gets gloved down and held by Montembeault. So nice little pressure there. Good shift for sure. Michigan Wolverines best beat Oklahoma Sooners in basketball tomorrow. We'll see what happens there. Again, college basketball, it's fun, but I don't really get into it until conference championships get going, and then, of course, March Madness. So I'd say around February, I really start paying attention. Finn watches every game from Germany, and especially after the last few games, I can say to myself, I won't watch today, and then I stay up all night to watch. I'd say I feel your pain, but you're staying up into the middle of the night to watch these games too. So that might be on a different level of sicko than me, but appreciate you for joining as always. UB plays Georgia Thursday. I'm sure that'll go very well. Bowen Byram behind his own net will play it up with 17:37 to go here. There's a good pass to Thompson. Now he's got a little bit of space, but a good job by Montreal to close him out. Again, the Sabres they're too slow with the puck. They don't make decisions quick enough. Suzuki plays it up, and Montreal will take it in the end. There's a good play. There's a shot, and that one bounces. Ooh, UPL, big rebound he gave up there, but luckily for him, Abe Kubel was right there to shut it down. Montreal keeps the puck, though. Good block there by Samuelson. Suzuki throws it all the way behind the net, but that one pops out to Abe Kubel. He'll get into the red line and dump it all the way in. Krebs will follow that one. Montembeault out of his net. Risky move there. Samuelson pinches in, but it goes right by him, and now Montreal back the other way, but they're going to have to change. So they'll just play it all the way into the Sabres end. Glove down by UPL, and Owen Power will take it up to center ice. We'll bring it in with speed. Power takes a shot off the side of the net. Abe Kubel now behind the net. And again, the Sabres caught on a long change in the offensive end. Team continues to not know how to change, and now that'll be a glove pass, but they don't whistle it down because Montreal got a good check there by Dylan Cozens, and Sabres back the other way quick. Peterka now. Cozens, good look, scores! Dylan Cozens, there you go. Good play there from J.J. Peterka to drop it to Cozens. Wide open look, and he snipes that one past Montembeault. The Sabres on the board to cut the lead to 2-1. That's how you do it. That is vintage Dylan Cozens there. Open shot lane, and again, finishes his check on one end, hustles it down the other end. Again, that was definitely on sides, definitely not goaltender interference, so that one will stay. Looked like he went bar down there, right above the glove. That's how you do it. And we're back underway. Sabres won the draw, so there we go. Sabres really, like, I don't know, maybe their second or third chance of the night. They get one. So maybe that'll draw a little bit of pressure here. A little bit of momentum for the Sabres as Montreal ices the puck. Dennis Gilbert touches up. Yep. Paper bags come off for a little bit. So Cozens' trade value goes up. And again, against a goalie like Montembeault, just get shots on the net. Again, 3 shots in that first period is absolutely unacceptable from this team. Bowen Byram chases the puck back in his own end. That was Cozens' 7th goal of the year, assist by Peterka and Owen Power. There's a stretch pass, and that one will go into the Sabres bench. Typical would be 3-1 Montreal in the next 7 minutes. Yeah, how about the next 2 minutes? That seems like that's how it always goes. Jason, you're good. I think you're behind again. Restart your stream, exit out, and come back in. Somehow you end up getting behind all the time, but I'm in line with the chat. I think you're just behind on your feed here. So Gallagher gets the puck from Samuelson, but Samuelson finishes his check. Now the Sabres try to get it back, but nice job by Matheson. He finishes his check along the boards. That was Thompson who lost his stick, but he's right back up, and now the puck finds his stick. And Thompson will go back the other way with Kulik. Kulik now with some speed across the blue line, looking for a shot. He'll get one, but it deflects up and out of play with 15:06 to go. Nick says 4-2 Buffalo. We'll see. That'd be a big comeback. Rangers shouldn't let Predators go. I don't know if they're playing tonight, but the Rangers have been struggling mightily. Yeah, it really is just a therapy session, Jason, for all of us Sabres fans in here. Just letting it all out. Rough times. So McLeod against Line here. Offensive zone faceoff for the Sabres. They'll lose that one. And Montreal will bring a 3-on-2 to center, but they're actually going to change. So that one doesn't develop. Now Yoki Hari will have the puck behind his own net. He'll get it up to McLeod. Nice little touch pass there. McLeod will get it past the blue line. And Zucker now with a little bit of speed tries to play it to the center, but Byram wasn't willing to pinch all the way there. And good thing he didn't, because the pass did not get to a spot where he would have been able to get it. Back-to-back turnovers there, and the Sabres will have to chase it back in their own end. Line gets it down, and now, oh my goodness, that one was off the post. Again, Sabres just playing no defense right now. Might have been Anderson again. Brought the puck with a wide open chance right off the post. And again, whoever the defender was in the middle there just took the pass away, which I guess you're supposed to do, but giving UPL a really tough assignment there. Now right in front of the net again. And UPL makes another save, and they bank it off his pad, and it's in. 3-1. Slavkovsky gets that one, and the Sabres definitely deserve to get a goal scored there. 0 defense in the last 2 minutes. And UPL just getting too far out of his net. I don't know what he's doing there, but let's see who is defending there. Bowen Byram in front of the net, just having to guard the pass. Who is the other defenseman out there? I don't know where he is. Oh, of course, it's Yoki Haru, who falls down in the corner and doesn't get up. Great. So 3-1 now for Montreal. The Sabres get one back. Montreal gets it right back. And all of a sudden, we are at 3-1 here with 13:47 to go in the second period. Sabres doing too much passing, and Cozens turns it over in front of his own net. Suzuki does a wraparound pass now. That pops out to the point. That one gloved down by UPL and held. So 13:28 to go here. We'll have a stoppage. We'll head to commercial. Yeah, again, the defense is just a nightmare, and I don't know. Again, there's a disconnect between the players and coaching. That's all that is. They're not committing to the system. The system's not working for them. I don't know. But Elijah says the Sabres goal horn model is Kallenberg Q3 horn. Got to scratch Yogi Haru again as soon as Dahlin is back. Yeah, again, you got to be looking to trade Yogi Haru every single day. I don't know why they brought him back. But, again, you could have easily found a replacement for him in the offseason. He has just been absolutely terrible every single game this year. Just terrible. Again, consistently the worst player out there. Just brings 0 upside to this team. So Sabres down by 2, still plenty of time to get those goals back, but they're just showing 0 offense against a very weak team. So that's definitely not a positive. Yeah, Jason, you're not behind on your hockey feed. You're behind on our stream, on the YouTube stream. So you have to leave the stream here and then join back in, and you'll be caught back up live with me. You're good on your hockey stream, but on your actual stream of me, you're behind. Cancel the third goal to match your prediction. I wish. Sabres from the faceoff, they'll dump it all the way to center ice. Now gets popped right back out to Tuch now. Tuch, Kulik. Now Kulik looking for a shot, doesn't find one. Looks like somebody has a Minnesota Vikings mascot helmet on along the boards there. That's funny. Kulik now along the boards. And Lane Hudson bodies him up there, and nobody was there for the Sabres. Now Tuch has to play it back in, and Thompson will chase that one behind the Montreal end. That one turned over, though. Now Tuch. Tuch gets it to the point to Byram. Byram now in front of the net. Good chance there. He gets taken down. That's got to be a penalty of some sort. I don't think it was. Somehow, some way. Malenstein now. He gets stripped. Now goes back to the point. Thompson tries to wrap it around. That one doesn't go in. Thompson now behind the net with the puck. Looking for someone. Gets it down low to Malenstein. Malenstein now down low to Abe Kubel. Abe Kubel now tries to wrap it in front. Oh, off of Malenstein's skate, and there's no Sabres along the far boards. Why, I don't know. And Montreal will get it again. Again, all their players have been out there for a minute 30 now. But they clear it out, and now Byram. Oh, and Byram takes a penalty. Oh. And Bowen Byram takes what possibly could be the stupidest penalty I've seen in quite some time. Again, that line is absolutely dead, and he just slashes Anderson's stick in half. What a dumb penalty. What is he doing? Yeah, what a joke penalty there. So Sabres have to kill off another one. If they give up another goal, and I don't know how it's not a penalty drawn by Byram on the other end. He gets tripped in front of the Montreal end, and they don't call that. So, again, this league continues to stay inconsistent with their calls. Montreal wins the faceoff there. There's a slapper wide. Good blocker save by UPL. Now it's headed all the way back into the Montreal end. McLeod chases it back, but he won't get there in time to have a chance. Montreal now. That one's picked off by Alex Tuch and sent the rest of the way down the ice. Montembeault plays it back for Lane Hudson. Hudson will start the rush. Gives it to Caulfield, and they'll do that little Buffalo Sabres patented drop pass. Wonder if they owed the Sabres money after using that move. Now they get a good rotation going. There's a shot. UPL bats that one down, but again gives up a juicy rebound. There's a slapper. That one blocked in front. And that's going to be an offsides. Good job by Dennis Gilbert to block that shot. He's feeling the effects of that one. Shaking off the leg, but forced an offsides there. So 1:04 to go on the power play. We'll have a face-off. It was definitely a frustration penalty, but you can't be taking frustration penalties on a 10-game losing streak. Montreal here, back in their own end, take the puck to center ice. 50 seconds to go on their power play, and now the Sabres turn it over. Krebs couldn't get to it in time, though. But Clifton will bring it to center. He's going to try to get a shot, fakes the slap shot. Now he's going to take a short angle shot. Montembeault has to hold on to it. Now he lets it go, and it's loose in front. Krebs is trying to bang after it, and eventually they blow it dead. It's stuck between Montembeault's glove and pad. So 30 seconds to go, and this penalty kill has been very good 2 times in a row now for the Sabres. Sawyer says he's going to yell at his dad for making him a Sabres fan. I don't blame you. And Sabres can't take advantage of that mishandle from Montembeault. So they'll have an offensive zone faceoff, and McLeod wins it back to Tuch. And Tuch, what Tuch? Oh, and Tuch high sticking penalty. So Sabres are going to have a 5-on-3 penalty now for 33 seconds. Again, Tuch, what are we doing? Play that back and kill off the penalty. a terrible idea there to take it up, and his stick gets right in the face of Kirby Dach. So we'll see. Hopefully it was a 2-minute, not a 4-minute. Let's see what they say. And it's going to be a 2-minute. So Kirby Dach had maybe a drop of blood, but they didn't give him the 4 minutes. Again, yes, the NHL makes rules on if you bleed or not. That affects the length of the penalty. Again, we're living in the 1930s. Anyway, McLeod on the 5-on-3 penalty face-off. He'll lose that one, and now Montreal has a full 30 seconds. And Sabres cannot allow another goal in this game. A nice rotation now from the Canadiens. They're going to bring it right in to the point. Nice behind the back, and they score! Patrick Laine again rips one. Again, a guy I desperately wanted the Sabres to go out and sign. They did not. And UPL has let in 4 goals now against the Canadiens. And it was on the 5-on-3, so the Sabres will still be shorthanded for a long time. Jeez, Owen Power in front of the net. Couldn't block it. UPL gets right back. Yeah, Finn, if you want to leave and head to bed, I don't blame you. 3-goal game now. Again, Sabres have to get this to a 2-goal game before the end of the second to have a chance in this one. So 2nd goal tonight, 5th goal this season for Laine. Can't make it up. So Sabres now have another 1:40 to go on this penalty kill. Montreal now in their own end. Making the drop pass, and now they do use the drop pass. They have a little bit of speed, but oh boy. Oh, and Cozens puts it up and out of play, and that's going to be a delay of game penalty. So the Sabres will head right back to a 5-on-3 penalty. Change the goalie. Yeah, if he lets in another one, I think they have to. The issue is you have James Reimer tonight because Levi's not back up. Yeah, tough bounce there for Cozens, just trying to clear the zone, but Brian Campbell Memorial there for Dylan Cozens. Palm trees in the chat. Put the palm trees in. Somebody's just got to donate like $100 or I'm going to go to sleep pretty angry tonight. I mean, this is just a terrible one. Another 5-on-3 for 1:15 this time. Sabres got some work to do here on the penalty kill. Zuke and Laine back and forth now. There's a good save by UPL, and it gets cleared back to the point, not out. Nice rotation now for the Canadiens. 46 seconds. They're not getting a shot on net, though. Waiting for that perfect look. Now he's going to take it in. They don't. I believe that was Hudson. Now a slapper, and they score! There's the hat trick for Patrick Laine. The same exact goal that he just had a couple moments ago. The hats go flying on the ice, and it's 5-1 Montreal. Please donate. This is painful. Yeah, we are at 5-1 now, Montreal, and oh my. With 9:05 to go in the second. Whew. Well, at least they're no longer. Oh, actually, they are still on the penalty kill, but not the 5-on-3. 5-on-3. So this is going to be game number 11 of the losing streak, barring a comeback. Again, this power play has one option right now. It's Laine along the boards, and the Sabres penalty kill just does not shadow it. His 3rd power play goal of the game. They're still picking up the hats here. The Canadiens will have a 1:16 power play. So we'll see how long how long it takes for the Sabres to make a change after this game. Again, you cannot lose 11 games in a row and make 0 changes. Yep, 2 times in a row the same shot, but again, it's a 5-on-3. You can't blame the goalie. Yep, Victor, 5-1. Answers are in this room. Yep, the answers to finish last in the league are in this room. That is for sure. There you go, Line. They get the fantasy points for you. Canadiens win the draw. 1:15 to go on this power play. I mean, we are to the point in the Sabres season where it's just all fun and games. Cannot wait to see what this group decides to do as far as trades and firings go. Something's telling me nothing. Have a good one, Finn. Big Baller Bean says, sell it. No one wants this product. Yeah. From a team that sold out the arena watching a prospects game to... we have another penalty coming up, this time to Owen Power. So we'll have another 5-on-3 with 25 seconds. Owen Power to the box. These might be 2 penalties. Let's see. Or is it a Montreal penalty? Montreal penalty. Power and New Hook getting into it. Let's see if it's 2 penalties or just... Okay, just a Montreal penalty. So the Sabres will have a 4-on-4, and then they'll head to the power play after this 25-second period. Again, if you could get it back to a 3-goal game, you got a chance in the third, but 4 goals in 1 period is not happening. In the span of the trip to Florida, the Sabres managed to go from a playoff spot to last place in the Atlantic. Yep, and they will be last in the East. Next game is Friday, Finn, against the Maple Leafs on ESPN+. So 4-on-4 here for 20 more seconds. Thompson shot goes in the corner. Byram will take it. The point out, but a Turkish shot goes up and out of play. Josh says he'd trade away all the players except 5 of them. Thompson, Dahlin, Byram, Zucker, and JJ. Yeah, I'll agree with that. And we had the commercial break here. 7:54 to go as we head to commercial break. Oh, boy. Yeah, this game's definitely going to kill Luukkonen's stats, that's for sure. You think we break our own 18-game losing streak, says Redneck. I don't think so. I don't think we're going to get to 18. Again, 18 is really hard to get to. You'd almost have to double the one they're on now. But I think they get a couple more losses before they get their first win. Last in our conference with a loss, Blackhawks and Predators would be behind us still. Yep. Sawyer likes Tuck. Yeah, that's true. Tuck would. The issue with Tuck is, again, after his current contract, I don't think there's any point to re-sign him. He is a good vibes guy, and I guess he'd be a good veteran, but you might just have to restart. I really don't know what the solution is. This is just... I didn't think they'd be this bad. I didn't think they were going to make the playoffs this year just because they did nothing in the offseason again, but... Thank you guys for joining this one, though. Be sure to leave a like on the stream. Helps us out a ton. Also, be sure to subscribe. We are very rapidly growing on this channel over the last couple of weeks, so I thank you guys for that. Thank you guys for that. Also, check us out on Instagram. If you don't already follow our Instagram, we are even more consistent with posting stuff over there. Krebs wins the faceoff back to Byram. right, Tage Thompson out into the corner. But Montreal will get the puck back. And that one will be cleared all the way down. Byram now back the other way. Drop pass there to Thompson. Quinn down to Thompson. Thompson can't handle it. And that one's going to get cleared all the way down the ice. So Sabres power play not looking good. Not looking good so far. Drop pass there to nobody. Now Tage Thompson comes along and gets it. And Sabres no shots on this power play so far. Download to Thompson back to Quinn. Quinn into the corner. Back to the point. Peterka down low. Benson can't handle the pass. 30 seconds to go on this power play. Download to Quinn, and that one gets blocked up in front. Shoots right back out to Peterka. Over to Thompson. He can't handle that one, and Montreal's going to be able to clear it. Yeah, we might need another rant after this one, that's for sure. Good keep in there by Peterka. Down low to Benson. Now Power pinches. 3 seconds to go on the power play. They need a shot here. Power looks, brings it in, takes a shot. That one gets blocked by Benson in front of the net. Again, the Sabres, just these point shots that get blocked by their own players. It's laughable. Cozens in the corner, but he can't do anything with it. Now Montreal's going to be able to clear it. And almost a breakaway there. Samuelson had to cut that one off from Dvorak. And now Power gets the puck and he'll head back the other way. Again, Sabres need at least one goal here before the second to even have a chance in this one. Very limited offense in this one. Yuri Kulik with some speed chases that one into the corner. And Evans is able to work it out on Krebs. Now Tuck will chase it into the corner. Tuck gets it. Gets it to Krebs. Krebs in the corner gets shoved to the ground, but he's able to get it to the far boards over to Clifton. Clifton now back to Tuck. To Clifton. Tipped in front. That one goes wide. Benson now into the corner. Plays it down low to Kulik. Kulik gives it up behind the net. Montreal's going to be able to get that one up, and they'll shoot it all the way up in the air and get it out. And now it goes all the way down, and that's going to be a good chance for Montreal. UPL had to come out there and pad that one away. Here comes Buffalo back the other way. Kulik now. Looking for something. Has nobody open, though. Now he gets it back and gets it to the point. Yogi Haru has some space. This little move there. That one will go across. Byram now. Able to handle it. Back past Abe Kubel into the slot for Krebs, but he couldn't handle it. Now it goes back to Byram. So nice little zone time for the Sabres. See if they can make anything out of it. Down low to Benson. Benson looking for something. He gets pushed off the puck, and Abe Kubel gets it over to the corner to Byram. Sabres on full attack here. Byram almost lost it, but kept it in. Now Abe Kubel just keeps it in. His pass goes down low to Krebs. Krebs now behind his own net. Has a little bit of space. Takes it across the net right in front, but nobody's there. Krebs, good whack on it there. And it's kept in, and now Benson and Zucker in front of the net. Benson, spinorama shot. That one goes wide. And it goes all the way down the ice. No icing, so Montreal will get their much-needed change. Byram now quick back the other way. That one tipped by a Sabres stick, so there will be no icing. Now they'll have a chance in the slot, but again, no Sabre to help each other out there in front of the net, so it just pops right back out to the point. Over to Samuelson. There's a shot. That one almost slipped in, but went just wide. Owen Power now pinches in. And Zach Benson takes down a guy. No call there. McLeod turns on it. And Montreal will head back the other way. Now Tuck with some speed. 2-on-2 back the other way. It's a nice pass to Samuelson. Talk now, backhand, and held by Montembeault. Good chance there, but couldn't get that one in. We'll head to commercial break with 2:44 to go. Yeah, I agree, Elijah. The Patriots, you got to play them twice in the last 3 weeks. It's going to be tough to beat a team. I get it's a weaker team, but it's going to be tough to beat them twice. Trade Yoki for a bag of pucks. I agree. Trade Samuelson and Byram for someone better. Finally get to ski Saturday for the first time. Have fun with that. And I don't know how to ski, but it looks very fun. Again, a lot of nice views. Rebuild the team. Yeah, again, you've been in a 13-year rebuild. I think you're going to have to start fresh. This core they have right now, I don't know how you fix it. Yeah, again, you can't really trade Power just yet unless you get a really good offer. And Power could still end up being really good in this league. It's just defensemen take a long time to develop, and he is taking quite a while. Falcons benching Kirk Cozens. I think that might be a necessary move. That team is mid. Let's take a look around the league here. We have 3-0 Lightning, 2-1 Kings over the Penguins. Hurricanes are still up 2-0 over the Islanders. The Devils are up 1-0 over the Blues. Predators up 1-0 on those struggling Rangers. Capitals and Blackhawks tied. That's all we got right now. I think the Sabres just drink straight up Pepto-Bismol on the bench. That would make sense for the lackluster effort in these last couple of games. Yeah, it would have to be a hockey trade for Power. You can't just, I don't think they're gonna, though. I mean, this organization won't even trade their number 13 ranked prospect. I don't think they're going to trade their number 1. So offensive zone face-off here for the Sabres. Again, time's dwindling down in the second period here. Have a good one, Finn. Leafs game, we probably won't stream. Maybe Don will, but I won't because it's on ESPN Plus, and I can't watch that on my laptop. So, but we'll be back after that one. If the losing streak keeps going, we'll be back. Yoki Haru, it's a shot there. Now UPL has to make a save back on the other end. So they're saying there is a mascot party in Montreal. So UP's there. Say it. So that's why the Vikings mascot is there, and also Sabretooth's there as well. Elijah, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you very much. There's a nice pass out in front. Oh, Montreal almost got a good chance there, but Cozens breaks it up. Now Montreal right back in the zone with some speed again. Cozens down low, but Montreal keeps it in at the point. Check eye. Now it's spun down low for Evans. Sabres get it back with Samuelson. He'll backhand it in the corner for Cozens. Cozens plays it down. Nice little check there. But Montreal gets it right back, and they'll enter with some speed again. That one off the side of the net and played perfectly there for Montreal to continue their zone time. Shekai gets it back behind the net. Oh, out in front. Now Cozens is able to get it out. Sabres have a long way to go for a change there. They'll get one guy off. Resign Olofsson. Yeah, that'd be funny. Dvorak behind the net for Gallagher. Back to Dvorak. He'll bring it to the front. Levi way out of his net, and they score. Anderson, after hitting the post in the first period, thinking he had a goal, he gets one now with 44 seconds to go. It's 6-1 Montreal. Sabres have been pinned in their own end for the last 2 minutes now. And you knew the goal was coming. Again, Power finds himself clueless in front of the net. It goes right through his legs. Oh, man. We want 11. All right, Sawyer, see you in a bit. Gilbert with a nice shot from the point, deflects. Montembeau able to make the save here. We got 15 seconds to go in the period. Gilbert gets it up top. That shot goes behind the net to Benson. Benson now. Nice little move. Sit out to the point. Gilbert, I don't think he knows how much time he's got left. He cycles it back. There's only 4 seconds to go. They're telling the Sabres to shoot. Clifton now gets a shot from the point. That one tipped by Benson, but held on to, and that'll be the end of the second. Yep, it's got to be 14 years. It's my favorite Hershey's chocolate. I just say the original one if you're talking like between like white chocolate or chocolate. I mean, can't go wrong with Hershey's. Very solid. So, yeah, I really don't know what you tell this group in the intermission here. I mean, this game, it's a 5-goal game going into the third. About to be on your 11th straight loss against a very weak team. And Brian Duff and Pat Coletta in this intermission report look speechless. Well, I will not be speechless. I'll be saying the same things I always say, which is this team, it needs a complete change. Terry's speech really resonating with the team. Yeah, looks like it, right? Looks like it. Sabres are giving the gift that keeps giving. Pain, frustration, anger, and stomach cramps. Yep. 1-0 Caps over Chicago. As expected there. So very unfortunate period there for the Sabres. It looks like things have hit a breaking point for this team. You just got to hope they do something. They got 2 days off, so something's got to happen in the next 2 days. Whether it's a minuscule trade or somebody getting sent down that wouldn't be expected or some sort of firing in the system, you would think after 11 games that something would happen. I'm not saying it all has to happen in the next 2 days, but something's got to give. Hope Terry is having sleepless nights. How can this not affect him emotionally? I think he's just gone numb to it. I really don't think he cares anymore. Terry's just assuring everyone that their future with the team isn't evaluated on performance. It's all about money. And unfortunately, Kevin Adams has signed all these guys to long-term deals that are not, proving themselves. So there's not much you can do besides find a trade. I mean, after this loss, I mean, you might be best off trying to get that number 1 overall pick. Unfortunately, this is a year where there's really no clear-cut number 1 guy. So it seems like the Sabres are always bad in those years. Right now in the live chat, how many games do you think it takes before the Sabres get a win? This would be game number 11 on the losing streak. How many games do they lose before they pick up a win? I'm going to say 13. I think they lose 13. I think they lose to the Leafs and then the Islanders, and I think they win. Nothing sustainable is going to happen before the offseason. Trade-wise, super hard to get a fair deal during the season. Yep. Unfortunately, you had a GM that didn't do anything in the offseason besides get a bunch of rejects from other teams that, again, is as easy as it gets. And, yeah, it's a killer. Harrington says that tomorrow heads will roll, but Pegula hinted that no major changes are coming. I'm confused. Yeah. Again, Pegula, he's not going to go in there and say, we're making major changes, so I didn't expect much from that. Something could happen. It looks like the team has given up, and at that time, it's at that point, it is just it's time to make some changes. So we'll see what happens. Again, it's fun to be a Sabres, somebody who covers this team, because we never know what's going to happen, right? So it's fun from that end. It's fun to watch the absolute joke of an organization try to do anything. Holiday trade freeze goes from December 20th to 27th. Yeah, so that always stinks. So if you're going to do something, you got to do it quick. Brian Duff has to have a flask under his desk. Yeah. Well, if he's numb to it, then it's time to sell and move on. Yeah. And again, I think he's just a little scared to sell it because he doesn't want them to leave. And he also owns the Bills. And if he sells it and the Sabres leave, that might ruin his reputation even more. Got to have a quick Eric Robinson deal. Yeah. That'd be so funny if they make a trade tomorrow and it is like Beck Mallon signed for some fourth liner somewhere else. I mean, that would just be a real punch in the face. But the unfortunate thing is I can totally see that happening. Again, no point to own a team if you're not going to go for the win every year. Palm tree moment, yeah. I mean, we might have to have an insurrection of the KBC. We might have to take over. Might be the only way. Looks like Terry's speech really got to them. Yep, sure did, Phoenix. They're definitely playing with some more passion. That's for sure. And I think Terry's speech basically lowered this team's will. College football playoff is this weekend. Let me know who you guys are rooting for in that. Can't wait for that again. First year they're doing this 12-team playoff, so should be a fun one. Would you watch the games if I wasn't streaming? I would, because, again, I have to watch it to make videos and to obviously make Instagram posts and all that sort of stuff. So, yes, I still would watch the games. Would I have a couple other streams open watching other stuff? Yes. But, yeah, I'm too invested to stop watching. But I understand why people don't go to games. I'm not going to bash Sabres fans for not showing up, leaving the team. I can't. In year 5 of the drought, maybe, but it's going to be year 14. Again, if you got better things to do than watch this team play hockey, I fully support you. Yankees will play better than the Sabres. Yeah, I'm a Mets fan over here, but Yankees made a big move today. Cody Bellinger. Unfortunately, Cody Bellinger's wife is Giancarlo Stanton's ex, so we'll see how that works out in the clubhouse for them. But just happy the Mets got Juan Soto. Yeah, that will be interesting. Michael Penix Jr. replacing Kirk Cozens as their quarterback. So maybe that draft pick was a good pick. We'll see. Every game they lose, I think it's maybe for the better. I think this core is lacking that friend. Yeah. I mean, again, if you're not going to win, you might as well lose. You don't want to finish right in the middle again. What would it take for you to jump ship and support another franchise? Them moving. That'd be the only way. I don't have a second favorite team. I don't really believe in that sort of thing. I pick my teams, and that's about it. I don't know. If you're rooting for another team besides your first team, I feel like there's just a disconnect there. It's not true passion. So it's Bills, Sabres, Mets, and Knicks, and it'll be that way unless somebody moves out of their city. But again, if people want to leave and root for another team, I can't blame you at this point. It's pure incompetence. And, the fact that they continuously have these press conferences and just kind of dismiss the fans is really tough to watch. Cozens move needs to happen. Quinn, give another year or two. Again, it depends what you get for Cozens. And Cozens has the energy. Cozens has, the ability to play good. It's just he needs to be in the right system. And right now, the system is not benefiting him whatsoever. This Lindy Ruff system, you could tell the fourth line plays all right, but no one else on this team is really set up to play under Lindy Ruff. So shame on Kevin Adams for hiring him into this situation, because it's not Lindy Ruff's fault. It's not the player's fault. There's just a disconnect there, and it's all on the GM and owner. And of course, when you're in the wrong system, you're always a step behind, because it's not what you're used to. You're a step behind. You don't want to make a mistake. And, these players, I think this core got maxed out under Granato when they were just able to play however they wanted to. And even that didn't get you to the playoffs. Yeah, got to get someone with experience. Got to get a GM that's respected. Again, numerous reports have come out that Kevin Adams is kind of laughed at, kind of mocked between other GMs in the league. So but again, I'll keep giving you guys the same advice that I try to. Do not let the Sabres affect your daily life. Again, watch them, be frustrated for a little bit, but there's nothing we could do to change it. So just kind of, stick with it. But don't let them affect your daily life, and just kind of enjoy the ride of being a Sabres fan, because changes are to come. Again, just think of it, in 2006, 2007, the Sabres were the best team in the league. So things can happen, things can change. Look at the Bills. They had a massive drought, and all of a sudden they're Super Bowl favorites. So it's not the city. It's not, this snow terrained wasteland that Kevin Adams believes it is. Once we get some confidence in that front office, things will change. But unfortunately, it's going to take a while until they commit to another change to do it, or get a GM that is able to flip this roster for one that works under Lindy Ruff's system. Again, as someone who covers the team, it's fun, it's laughable, but for someone who's just a fan as well, it's painful. Roll with the madness. Yep, that's a good slogan to live by. But I do Quinn, Wahlberg, and Byram to Vancouver for Brock Besser. That's an interesting one. Again, I still have a lot of faith in Quinn, but the system, if you're going to stick with Lindy Ruff's system, he's pretty much useless on your team. Wahlberg, again, a prospect. I don't care about any single prospect at this point. I've been told for 10 years that these prospects are going to come make it better, and none of them have even reached the lineup. And then Byram, who, we'll see about him. He's all right, but not the best. For Brock Besser, maybe. This team needs to make changes. So honestly, any change is a good change. Totally agree. Just detach from it. It won't always be this bad. Yep. We'll look back on this day in a couple of years. I just, again, it's tough. I feel so bad for the older group of Sabres fans that say you were 50 when the drought started, and now you're in your 70s. Almost in your 70s. I mean, that is just, feel terrible. I feel terrible. Rick Jeanneret never got to call, playoff games and stuff in the last little bit, because I feel like a lot of untapped potential there. Could have been done in one off season, have a bunch of cap and a bunch of good-looking prospects. Yeah, and your GM just didn't want to move the prospects, and apparently doesn't think too highly of his own city. So if you don't think highly of your city, how are you going to recruit everyone to move here, live here, and play here? Again, I mean, it's pretty much that simple. If Kevin Adams thinks, there's no palm trees here, so, this place stinks. If that's your GM talking, I don't think anyone's going to want to, listen to his words and live here. Plain and simple there. Kevin Adams got to go, yeah. They got a clean house. Sawyer says he's excited for the Frisco Bowl. Doesn't have to watch the Sabres. Right there with you. That's what I'll be doing after this game. Hopefully Memphis wins for you and your pick 'em. And then, again, I like West Virginia, though, too. So West Virginia wins, I'll be fine with that. But I think West Virginia might get pummeled in this one. Again, they don't have a coaching staff in place right now, but next year they'll be better. They should get some recruits with Rich Rod back in there. Don't realize how many good players don't have clauses. He just has to overpay for a trade, which he refuses to do for some reason. Yeah, again, you have to overpay. You have to overpay until you make the playoffs. And then once you make the playoffs, you'll start getting guys who want to come here cheaper, some GMs who respect you more. If you do not overpay for deals, you're not going to go anywhere. I don't care. I've been saying it for 3 years now. Overpay everyone in free agency, overpay for trades, because consistently now for the last 5 years, we're $10 million under the cap. If you're not going to overpay for anyone, what's the point of being? It just makes no sense. If you're not going to spend money, you clearly don't want to win. Just overpay. And if you're not going to overpay, that proves that there's an internal cap. So which one is it? We don't know. And there's really no solution for this team right now besides just getting new people to run the ship. Is Jaden at West Virginia? No. McLeod actually looks like a decent trade. Now, again, Matt Savoy isn't having too much success, not even with the team in Oakland. I don't know why I'm saying that, Edmonton. And, McLeod looks, he's okay with the team. He wins faceoffs, but you had to do 4 to 5 of those deals in the offseason to make it make sense. You do one of them, and, he's fine on the third line, but it's not helping you. And then you lose a prospect that could have been used in a bigger package, but clearly Kevin Adams doesn't know how to negotiate bigger packages. I don't know. It is what it is. Again, I get worked up over it on stream and when they play, and the second the game ends, I try to detach from it and just, laugh at it because it's just comical at this point. I can confirm Jaden does not know anyone in West Virginia that practices incest. So just had to clear that up as well. Obviously, West Virginia is one of those states where you drive through it and there's a lot going on there. It's actually closer to New York and Buffalo than I originally thought. I know whenever I go on a trip somewhere, it's like, oh, we're already in West Virginia. But yeah, Morgantown's fun, but there's definitely some weird parts of West Virginia. If you're ever going through West Virginia, definitely stop at some gas stations along the way and just people watch for a little bit. It's great. Kevin had the balls to trade for a top 6 winger and a veteran defensive partner for power instead of re-signing Yoki Haru. This could be a different season. 2 good players is all it would have took. I completely agree. And then it would have put you in a spot where you were able to make some trades at the deadline. Some guys would have taken off their no move clauses and no trade list for you. If you're in the playoff conversation, you could have got some rentals at the deadline and ended the drought. Instead, you do nothing. Welcome to Buffalo, Porter, Martone, and Gavin McKenna. Yeah, we will lose both in 4 years. Yep. Again, prospects mean nothing to me at this point. I'm just disgusted. Sawyer's got a lot of people that go to UB, swap our roster for the Rochester lineup, and would probably do as well or better. Again, you bring up these Amherst guys like Tyson Kozak, and they're the best player on the ice. I think you're right. Looks like Pagula's pep talk in Montreal was truly motivational, just like his leadership with the Sabres. LOL. Yeah, I mean, it's just so funny. So funny. So third period is going to get started here. Power is awful, and I would not keep him around. Again, how are Chicago better than us? Turned 32 this year. In 2026 is the year of the new Highmark Stadium. Yep. Half the players seem like they're going through the motions. Yeah. So 20 minutes left of this game, and then we'll be able to say we lost 11 in a row. Who would have saw that coming after a pretty decent start to the season? Power play does look better, but again, they're going against Montreal. Take that into consideration. And they're still not getting good looks. They're just kind of having a little bit of zone time because Montreal's not putting pressure on. Yeah, So you have a back-to-back Friday, Saturday, Leafs and then Boston. Then they play the Islanders. So that could be a rough 3-game stretch. And James Reimer is in for the third period. Optimus Rhyme. All right. Can't win a game without Dahlina's action, saying shows how good he really is. Yeah, again, and imagine you had a couple more good defenders. Dahlin would be such a good player, but right now he's got the whole team on his back. So again, when players have to carry the whole team, they're obviously playing worse than they normally would. Yeah, Highmark, not Hallmark. Yep. Close enough, though. Bowen Byram now, right off the faceoff. He's going to take it up with some speed. That one will get slapped in around the boards. And they're going to blow the whistle there. We'll have a face-off outside of the Montreal zone. Yeah, Canadiens goalie Montembeault definitely having a better game than UPL did. So they're switching the lines up. You got McLeod with Benson and Kulik. And just throwing darts at the wall, hoping one hits the bullseye here with these lines. I really don't know what the solution is. 13 shots yet. What a joke. Benson gets it down low to Kulik. Again, when they play weak goalies, they don't understand. They just have to shoot. They just, play this cutesy little game, and you don't need the perfect shot. Power gets a shot in from the point. That one easily blockered away. Now Power will keep it in the zone. Gets it down low to McLeod. McLeod, nice move through the legs. Still has it, but nobody follows the puck. Kulik just watches him there. Now he's going to try to get back on the defense. Don't know if he's aware that they're down by 5 goals right now. McLeod keeps it in, though. Point shot. That one tipped in, held by Montembeault. Benson getting involved in front, but no fights are going to take place tonight, I don't think. Very disturbing Buffalo Sabres. I agree. Historic lows with this team. So low that I thought, yeah. Again, the NHL, if this was any other league besides the NHL, it would be so much bigger. The embarrassment. Again, imagine an NFL team goes on that big of a drought, goes on a 10-game losing streak. Even an NBA team. And this is the equivalent of an MLB team going on a 22-game losing streak. 22 games. Cozens keeps it in, but then Quinn gives it right back to the Canadiens, who are able to clear the zone. I'm going to say it was held in, but now it gets cleared. Interesting to see how much. Oh, Cozens trips a guy up. No penalty there. Be very interested to see how offensive the Canadiens play this period, or if they just kind of sit back at the line. Gilbert goes down now. Comes free to Cozens, and Cozens is going to be able to take it to center ice, and that's where he'll stop, dump it in, and go off for a line change. Yep, shows you how much they care about what the owner had to say after this one. Puck goes behind the net. Byram to Yoki, how are you? They get it up. But they can only get it to the blue line, and Montreal will take over. Line swings around the net, and Montreal will take it all the way down the ice. No icing, though. It was off a Sabre stick. And that will be no icing, so Thompson will chase it down to the Montreal end. But Montreal quick up the other way. 2-on-2. Blew right by Tuck. There's a shot. James Reimer gets his first save of the period. And that one gets deflected. Oh, almost a funky bounce into the net. Reimer had to get over there. And that one's given away. Tuck tries to make the stretch pass, but that one gets broken up. Tuck picks it right back up again. And that one's going to be offsides. So that will be a whistle there with 17:01 to go. Let's see who could get the biggest donation in the chat tonight. Again, we're currently sitting 6-1 Montreal. Let's see who can get the biggest donation in the chat. Owen Power now gets it into the Sabres end. That one gets played behind the net. Sabres keep it in, though. Benson tries to play it in front. Can't even get a shot on net. That is pathetic. At a wide open look. Samuelson now takes it in front of the net. There's a delayed penalty. Samuelson walks around, takes a shot, but right into the chest of Montembeault. That is held, but the Sabres will head to the power play with 16:34 to go. Sawyer is in the lead right now with $5. Can anyone beat Sawyer on the donations? Let's see. Yes, Sawyer, no need to donate from you. You have done plenty today. Thank you so much for renewing the membership. Absolute stud. Thank you guys for becoming members. That supports us so much. Again, helps us out. But yeah, Benson draws the penalty in front of the net. So here we go. I think that was Hudson on the penalty. So Sabres power play here. You have 13 shots. What a joke. Let's see if the Sabres can get on the board here in the third period. Thompson on the faceoff. He wins that one back to Bowen Byram. Download to Peterka. The Cozens back up to Peterka. Download to Benson. Benson now slaps it. That one goes nowhere. Pops right out. Byram now at the point. Up top. Now Thompson. Thompson looks. Fires. That one gets deflected up. Not out of play, though. It lands right on Byram's stick. Byram, nice spin move, but now he gives it away. And Montreal's going to be able to clear it. Just a bad pass from Byram there. Taking an intentional penalty to negate the power play. A good idea there. Now we got a whistle there. I think they're going to call an offsides. Byram went down at the line. Finally, the Frisco Bowl. Yep. I think they need to do a Snickers commercial for the entire Sabres team. Lock them in a room with some Snickers until they figure it out. That'd be funny. Use some people impersonating the Sabres. There is no fix. Even Snickers and Slim Jims can't help this team snap back into it. Sabres win the draw, and they'll get it right back in to the offensive end. Alex Tuck now along the board, slides it, and of course, Owen Power can't keep it in the end. As mobile as a 400-pound offensive lineman. Now the Sabres get it right back into the zone. Alex Tuck. It's at the Power. Power just keeps it in. He gets stripped. Almost a breakaway, but he's able to keep it into the zone there. Oh, and the Canadiens take a penalty. So a 53-second 5-on-3 for the Sabres here. Let's see if the Sabres can get on the board and get those 5-on-3 goals back. Again, if the Sabres score here, it would be a 4-goal game. We'll see. Can't wait to see how they mess this one up. Definitely a penalty there. So yeah, Owen Power, no fault turning it over there. That was not on him. Always consider replacing Yoki Hardy with a Roomba. Might be better. Current roster has not been able to figure it out. Yep. Darlene needs to go. I disagree with that one. But some more stuff has to happen. So 5-on-3. Let's see. Thompson on the faceoff. Let's see if he can win it. Nope. But they can't clear it. So Cozens keeps it in. Here we go. 5-on-3. Let's see. Can the Sabres score? In the corner, they're playing it behind the net. Peterka back up top to Thompson. Thompson down low. Back to Thompson. Back to Thompson again. The Power slap shot, and he misses the net. It leaves the zone. How do you miss the net? Oh my goodness, Owen Power. Oh, you got to go fast here. 24 seconds left on this 5-on-3. Misses the net. Point blank chance. Quinn now wide open lane. Slides into the net, and Power wasn't looking for that one, and that one gets slapped into the Montreal bench. So 15 seconds to go, we'll have an offensive draw. Trading Darlene could land them a big-time sniper. Yeah, you can't trade your captain. It's not happening. Again, you're not everyone but Darlene, I think, is on the table, and Thompson. They're not trading Darlene. Jose, how's it going? I agree the roster hasn't done anything, but they're just not going to trade Dahlin. It's not happening. Back to the point. Power now. Especially with this defensive core that you have. Oh, Peterka wide open look, missed the net. I mean, this defense is so bad without Dahlin. If you trade him, I mean, well. Yep, so now it's 5-on-4 for a minute to go. But yeah, you gotta change everything. Trade Tage Thompson for a legitimate goaltender. They have 2 young goaltenders. They're not going to trade for a goalie. Their plan is to ride UPL and then hope Devin Levi is their future. Telling you what I've heard. I mean, I can't change their plans there. And now Montreal turns the puck over there, and it goes all the way back to Reimer. Now it shoots out to Power. So 25 seconds to go on this power play. Played up, back to the point. Again, a bad power play loses you games, and we're seeing it tonight. Good power plays win you games. Cozens down low. Touch pass to Byram, back to Cozens. Skates in, just nobody wants to shoot. There's a point shot that gets blocked. Again, why is the point shot the only thing that they take on this power play? Every time. I'd be okay with the Dahlin trade if Owen Power was the real deal, but he's clearly not right now. So, again, you'd leave your team in a worse spot. I don't care if you get the best player in the league. You'd have no defense. So, fire him now back the other way. He'll backhand it all the way down, and that's going to be a nice thing. So, 13 minutes on the dot here. Yeah, UPL is not winning them games right now, but his numbers, they're not near the bottom. Again, it's the defense that's killing them right now. You swap goaltenders in this game, the amount of point-blank chances Montreal's had, it's probably, 1-4, 1-5. James Reimer makes a nice save there. He'll cover up. Spend to the cap. Yeah, again, they keep saying, well, we're not going to spend money just to spend money, but why not? Why not? Why would you not give yourself the best chance each and every year? Goalie's definitely not a top priority here. It's defense and scoring. You have 2 young goalies, and clearly they show they don't care about goaltending because they've signed Comrie and James Reimer to be your backups the last couple of years. So they're not going to give up on UPL and Devin Levi unless they trade Devin Levi. What do you want us to do? Sign Craig Anderson? Yeah. Kevin Adams, line of the week. 17 shots, not going to win you a lot of hockey games. Yeah, they've had 0 offense this game. Just 0 offense. So we are at a commercial break. You guys are not missing anything here. Again, thank you guys for joining this one. But again, I can't really say what's the solution. I mean, you could listen to Luke in the chat here and trade your goaltenders for a veteran goalie. You could trade Dahlin, get Linus Ullmark back, he says. And yeah, I mean, you might be a better team. It's just, again, you can't say anyone's right or wrong in the chat right now. I mean, I can tell you what I'm hearing, and I can tell you that they have 0 intention to trade Dahlin or get a different goalie. But would it work? Maybe. It might. I mean, anything's better than what they're doing right now. So I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just telling you what I'm hearing and what the team's going to do, and they're just not going to do that. Yeah, I would agree. I think UPL's fine right now. You have 0 defense, so until UPL starts killing you games. But yeah, 6 goals is ridiculous. Definitely an off game, and recency bias there. Definition of insanity is doing the same thing every single year. Sabres management is insane. I agree, Cody. That's how it is. I mean, again, they should change every last fiber of this organization. They're going to be 14 years. 14 years into it. and 11 games into a losing streak. I would change everything, but they're just not gonna. That's what they got set up right now. Just a losing culture. Sawyer. I'm just going to assume you meant to say that. So nice one there. Canadiens now 2-on-1 back the other way. A shot. James Reimer with the save. 12 minutes to go here in this one. Counting down the seconds till we can be done with this game. No penalty there, and Jack Quinn steals it, but the puck's in his skates and it gets turned over. There's a one-timer. That one misses the net. And Peterka is able to whack it out. He'll backhand it the rest of the way down. Ted Nolan looking for a job. Desperation time. Bring him in as an assistant. I would be down. Again, why Lindy Ruff wasn't able to hire his own assistant coaches. That's not the reason they're losing games, I know, but just another reason why this management is a joke. Sabres really getting dogged here in the defensive end. Samuelson and Power in the corner trying to get it. You know that's not going to end up well, and Montreal retains the puck. Power gets it behind the net to Samuelson. Samuelson backhands it up, and Ave Kubel will clear it, get it to center ice. He'll pass it down low to Malenstein. Malenstein keeps it on sides. Fourth line's not going to go for a change. Why, I don't know. Montreal will head back up here. Krebs, nice check along the far boards. Now the Sabres will get a change. Montreal will follow suit. Hudson had a good chance there if he was able to get the pass across, but he wasn't. So now Montreal will start cycling again in the offensive end. Down low. Again, if you want change to happen, you're rooting for the Canadiens to get some more goals here. Make it more embarrassing for the Sabres so they have to do something. There's a chance in front of the net. Anderson misses the net, though. Now Tuck gets it outside the zone. George says, Sabres don't need a rebuild. It's a young team. Adams' failure to bring in veteran players to help the youngsters is on him, but the goaltending will come along too. Much too soon for UPL. Yeah, I agree. I think they have a young core, and it's completely on ownership and Kevin Adams to not get them veteran players. Extremely disappointed with the Sabres organization. Yeah, I agree with you there. Again, it's just this group of players you have right now. It's not a collective unit. You just have a bunch of the same guys. Clifton, nice check along the boards. Again, your GM did not build an NHL team. You built a team full of misfit parts. You don't have to be the most talented. You have to mesh as a unit, and this team does not. Especially under this coaching system that doesn't really suit the guys. It suits veteran players. Clifton behind the net now. He'll dump it out to Dennis Gilbert, who will get up to Kulik, and now McLeod. It took 4 Sabres to get that one just outside the line. And both teams will change it up now as Montreal passes it in their own end. DTR starting for the Browns this week. Okay, definitely needed after Jameis Winston sold it against the Chiefs. Again, a couple of great chances there. Chiefs get bailed out again. Montreal, nice stretch pass to Kirby Dach. He'll send it the rest of the way in. Reimer backhands it to nobody. Now Xhekaj gets a point shot. That one goes off a stick and up and out of play with 8:33 to go. Yep, Amherst were scared against Beck Malenstein in the playoffs, so that's why we signed him. Yeah. And every game, it just continues to prove that this team is just not set up for greatness. Yes, Habs, please make it 8. Can't get bad. The home fans will be rooting for like the tank year. Yep. Again, you're gonna keep losing games until something changes. So you just gotta decide when that happens. And a whole lot of people in here again. Please leave a like on the stream. Helps us out a ton. Sawyer is currently leading the donations with $5 donated for his membership renewal today. So thank you, Sawyer. If anyone wants to beat that, give Sawyer a run for his money. See what happens there. But thank you guys for joining, as always. Giving up a high second-round pick for Malenstein should be an automatic firing. Yeah, again. You could sign a guy, a free agent, that puts up better numbers than Malenstein and does the same job for the veteran minimum. Jared says, Wings fan coming in peace. I commend you for not rage quitting your stream tonight. Thank you. Again, we're riding this one out. It's more of the same for the Sabres. And if you are a Lions fan, heck of a game last weekend. Had a great time watching that one. And the Lions are a fun team to watch. So best of luck. Hopefully we meet in the Super Bowl. Feel so bad for Lindy Ruff. It is not his fault. He is a legend in the city as a player and as a head coach. His legacy should not be tainted. Again, yeah, Kevin Adams set him up to fail, did not adjust the team to his coaching system, and he just was the wrong hire. This is not a team for Lindy Ruff. So if you're not going to change the team, I don't get it. Yep. This team is just thinking way too much. You got a bunch of soft-minded players, too. Sabres can't get it done for whatever reasons there are. Yeah. Again, the reasons are pretty much everything. There's no wrong answer. So Sabres get the puck by their own end. Gonna send it all the way to Abe Kubel. This fourth line getting a lot of run here in the fourth period. Malenstein does check along the boards. Abe Kubel gets it back to Samuelson. It's to Malenstein. Malenstein now turns it over. And Shackeye will send it all the way back down in the Sabres' end. No icing. Good hustle by Krebs there. Krebs gets it back to an open point. Byram gets it in. Yoki to Byram. Byram behind the net. Down gets tapped down low to Thompson. Thompson now looking for someone. Uses his speed. Nice turn there. Thompson takes a shot. It's loose in front of the net. There's a shot again. Paterka, but it's held on to. It was actually Zucker there on the shot and held by Montembeault with 7:30 to go. Hershey Bears should be the new Buffalo Sabres AHL affiliate. Yeah. It's a lack of team culture and mindset. Completely agree there. They lack the traits needed to win the Stanley Cup. They lack the traits needed to get to the playoffs, too. They don't even have those traits. Lindy must have known what he was getting into. Did he think he could fix all these? Yeah, I don't know. I really don't. I think there was some sort of agreement where he would have a role in making the roster, and Kevin Adams just couldn't get it done and did half of his job, be at the bottom six, but didn't improve, the top end of the roster. They just lack any traits. Yeah, I agree with you there. They just, again, they play college hockey out there. They're so slow with the puck. The power play is a clear example of it. Boring team. Yep. Lindy said he didn't want the job at first, and he should have listened to his gut. Yep. Again, he declined the job a couple of times because he said they're a fun group to watch, but they're not my type of group. And Kevin Adams didn't change the group. Zucker now gets it to McLeod, far wing. To Byram. Byram plays it down below to Tuck. Tuck gets stripped by 3 Canadiens, and the Canadiens will get it outside the zone. So Sabres just lack of urgency here in the third. They know they're done with this one. McLeod now far wing. He'll take a shot. That one gets blocked. Again, every Sabre shot gets blocked. Just terrible shots. Gilbert to Clifton. Clifton trying to find the lane. He'll backhand that one in front. Block shot again by Kulik. Kulik will take it out, and he gets stripped at the line. And here comes Montreal back the other way. Could have been a breakaway. And it's going to be an icing instead as Clifton races that one down. It's like the old expression goes, it will... difficult to squeeze. It's squeeze blood from a rock. I think I know what you're going with that one. And yeah, it's you're not getting talent from a group that has no talent. Yeah. What do you think of the Canucks and Sabres proposed trade? Yeah, I saw that. Again, he was just spitballing, so that wasn't actually given out. And I think Vancouver would promptly say no to that. You think we pull the goalie? No, I don't think so. I think we're tossing in the towel in this one. 6:13 to go here. Offensive zone face-off. Sabres won the draw. Played back to Power again. He freezes up and gets stripped. It's up there, and Jack Quinn plays it behind the net. Good hustle by Peterka to get it. Now Quinn. Quinn gets it to the net. Oh, Cozens got a tip on that one, but a good save by Montembeault. Cozens now has a little bit of space. Now Quinn, pass it down low. That's a good little rotation now. Peterka, maybe this line's starting to get a little bit more rhythm here. Peterka looks for someone. He found Quinn. Quinn has a little space in the middle now, and he'll pass it back to Samuelson. Samuelson gets just enough on it to keep it in the end. And Quinn will get it down low to Cozens. Cozens now back to the point. Power can't handle the pass, and he takes it outside again. Owen Power, just, what are we doing? Samuelson will take it all alone, and he'll dump it behind the net. Good hustle by Malenstein to get to that one. And it pops free for the Sabres. Right in front of the net, Abe Kubel misses the net on a point-blank chance. And he'll play it back to an open wing. Nobody's there. Canadians will get a change in. Abe Kubel plays it quickly up. And a huge hit there. Krebs gets knocked down hard by Gouli. And Krebs is looking to fight, but no one's taking him up on the offer, and the Canadians will race back the other way. There's a good pass. But they'll turn it over to Yoki Haru behind the net. 4:45 to go here in this one. Canadians are swarming Abe Kubel along the boards here, and they'll strip it. And here we go. Here's a point shot. That one misses the net. Canadians will keep it in, though. Now they'll play it back to the point. They'll rotate it around the point. Behind the net. That one gets shot. Oh, almost popped out to an open wing there. Would have been easy tapping for the Canadiens. They keep it in the zone, though. Now Krebs finally able to get the puck, and he'll chip it up and not out. Sabres can't clear it. And Gouli takes a slap at it, but his shot goes up and out of play, so Sabres get lucky there. Trading for Nathan McKinnon. And a top pairing of defenders. Yeah, the issue is you just have a GM that's incapable of making any big-time trades. He hasn't made a big trade. Has not made a big trade since he's been here. He's made a bunch of little ones, and he's drafted well, and that's it. So, yeah, I agree. You need a big name. You need a big-name veteran. I thought Stamkos in the offseason might have filled that role, but, again, you're just incapable of getting anyone that has had any success in the league. So, it's tough. Schedule does not get any easier. Yep, Leafs, Bruins, Blues, Stars, Islanders. This could end up being 14, 15, 16-game losing streak. Yep. Even in Austin, yeah, you're not going to get a guy like Austin Matthews now. Again, the issue is trading for, I mean, if you want to go get an Austin Matthews, you don't have anyone on your team to trade for him, though. But somebody of that talent, I do agree. You need someone like that, or else you're not going to be able to do it. Problem is Kevin Adams. I think we all agree with you there. He is one of the many problems, and potentially the biggest one. Sawyer's barely making it through these games without falling asleep. I'm right there with you. I mean, this is as boring a hockey as you can get for the Sabres, and very fun hockey for the Canadiens, although it looks like they kind of put the brakes on here in the third period. Takes two to tango. Nobody's going to give up their franchise player. Exactly. Yeah, like trading Tage. They're not going to trade Tage Thompson. 1-for-1 guy like Matthews would be tempting, but nobody's going to do that. I mean, Tage Thompson is not a proven player like Austin Matthews. You'd have to trade right now the way the league is. If you wanted to trade Tage Thompson for Austin Matthews, you would have to add 3 first-round picks and 2 prospects. It sounds crazy, but you'd have to. I mean, that's just how it is. Huge hip check there from Dennis Gilbert, and that's going to be a penalty. Why didn't they sign Stamkos or Marshall Salt in the offseason? Probably because Buffalo has on their no trade clause. Yeah, but again, free agents don't have no trade clauses. Buffalo's just been so bad for so long that, again, it's nobody wants to deal with you. Nobody wants to talk to you. They know you're just going to end up selling anyway, so they're going to wait you out. Yeah, you would literally have to trade Darlene Thompson and 3 first-round picks to get a guy like Austin Matthews. Of all teams, Toronto is not going to give their prized pupil away for one good player. Never. So Montreal power play here. Let's see if they can make it 7-1. See if the Sabres figure out that they're going to try to dish it to Laine. 3 for 5 on the power play. If only the Sabres power play was like that, we'd have a game. Sabres clear that one. 1:40 to go. Yeah, Stamkos would have been nice, that's for sure. Would have helped the power play, but that veteran presence like Jason Zucker is. I don't know. I don't care if you got to overpay. You got to throw the money at someone. Not letting Eichel have the surgery he wanted has come back to haunt them. Players don't want to come here because of it. Yep. Again, they handled that situation absolutely horribly. And Benson clears it now. And Montembeault has to cover up for a second, but he's going to get it out before they blow the whistle. Making a blockbuster deal with the... But the Leafs are not going to make a deal with you. I mean, who would the Leafs trade? And you're not going to try to help them out. Come up with a trade proposal with the Leafs, and I'll let you know if it'll go through. I mean, I'd love Austin Matthews and William Nylander and Mitch Marner as much as anyone else, but you're not going to get them for the junk we have on this team. It's just not going to happen. Sabres 2-on-1 back the other way. Cozens now, he rips a shot, and that one chest saved by Montembeault all the way up in the air, and it lands on Quinn's stick. Quinn now will dump it back to center ice. So you're saying Darlene and Thompson for who? For Matthews? Not a chance. Stamkos didn't want to come here, and neither did Nakos nor any top-tier player. Yeah, Marty Nakos said he would. They're saying he a 2-year deal, but he didn't want to sign long-term. But again, you get him make the playoffs, all of a sudden that changes. Then he does want to. You got to bet on yourself. Eichel trade was a coin toss. There's no guarantee the surgery would work. Oh yeah, I think the Eichel trade was a very good trade for the Sabres. He was leaving no matter what, so I think getting a guy like Alex Tuch, who was the face of your franchise for a couple of years, was very good. And unfortunately, Tuch's having a little bit of a down year here the last couple of years, actually. And Krebs didn't turn out how you wanted him to, but again, that was as good as you can have. Maple Leafs don't have a Darlene, I know, but they're not going to trade Matthews. They're not trading Matthews. He's their guy. Thompson gets high sticked, and that's going to be a penalty with 40 seconds to go. Not what you want to see. Hopefully, Thompson is all right. He looks like he's fine. He gets right back up. The Sabres will head to the power play with 40 seconds to go on this one. Should have never traded Brandon Montour. Bad return just for a third-round pick. Yeah, again, he wasn't working with us because the system didn't really fit him. But if you're going to get rid of that coaching staff anyway, I don't know. Could list off an entire NHL team of bad trades. Yeah, this team is terrible. Completely agree. Matthews getting traded from the Leafs would be like the Bills trading Josh Allen. It is not going to happen, so don't even think about that. I can interest you in Patrick Kane for Tage Thompson. Just don't look at Kane's current stats. Yeah, I'll pass on that one. Again, Kane didn't want to come here multiple times, so I don't think he's going to want to come here in a trade. Oh, I agree. You got to make a trade. You have to make some sort of trade, but it's almost too late at this point, right? Any trade they make now would be in looks of the future. Unfortunately, your GM is so incompetent that it's going to take more than an 11-game losing streak to make at least one trade. So I completely agree with you there. Could offer the Bills Mahomes and 5 first, and they wouldn't even think about it. Yeah, they wouldn't trade Delling again, or Allen, and they're not going to trade Matthews. Completely agree. Kane is near the end of his career. Yeah, Kane. When he went to the Rangers, I was thinking before that maybe we would be a good destination, but no. Exactly, yeah. If Allen got traded, even if we won the trade, the stadium would burn. Same things goes for Austin Matthews. Sabres power play has 5 seconds left. Let's see if they even get a shot here. Peterka turns it over, and the game is over. 6-1. Montreal gets a big win. The Sabres will now be last place in the Atlantic. If they fire Kevin Adams, you guarantee yourself it is going to be the assistant GM right now, Jason Carmanos, who pops back up. So next game will be Friday on ESPN Plus. We'll not be live for that one. Saturday, I have work. I will not be live for that one either. So if the win streak or the losing streak continues, won't be live Monday either, but maybe the game after that one. Thank you guys for joining this one. Post game, I'll just wrap it up really quickly by saying this team continues to have absolute zero effort and zero connection with each other. Again, in a year where your GM said the time is now, we're on game number 11 of a losing streak, and the guy's just sat on his hands. So I am completely done with him. Completely done with Kevin Adams. Elijah, you really like Pepsi, huh? Sabres going full Spinal Tap. Yep. Number 11, we want 12. We want 12. Again, if they're not going to win, you might as well lose every game, finish dead last, and get that number 1 overall pick. But this was supposed to be a year with the playoffs. It's supposed to be a year with the playoffs, and they just don't do it. So break the record of 18. We'll see if they can do it. We will see if they can do it. I don't know. It's going to be tough. But you'd think they'd luck their way into a win before they reach 18. But if you can't beat the Canadiens, you never know. Start shaking up the roster immediately. Yep, should have started doing that at game number 5 of the losing streak. But here we are. Just an absolute brutal game for the Sabres. Again, started off with a ref kicking the puck pretty much into the net, and that trend continued for the entire game. Bad penalties, bad goaltending, and bad defense with a lack of offense. That ain't gonna win you games. Nothing good from the Sabres. Dylan Cozens had a 2-minute good stretch with the hip check and the goal. Other than that, absolutely nothing. Brutal. If you guys have any more questions, let me know. I'll stick around here for a little bit. They do crumble when the physicality starts. Exactly. When they get up on teams too and teams start getting physical with them, they absolutely crumble. I completely agree with that. And that's, again, a very young team that we just don't get any veterans there. As far as I'm concerned, every player on the roster is a tradable piece. I mean, if I was GM, I completely agree with you, but Kevin Adams has made it clear that Dahlin's untouchable, and probably Tage Thompson as well. Everyone else, though, probably on the table. But yeah, if I'm GM, I mean, everyone's on the table. We want Jaden on stream. If the Sabres lose 20 games in a row, we will have a Jaden only stream. You heard it first here. Potential Jaden members only videos as well. So if you want to see Jaden become a member, they will need a 6-goal lead to win. Yeah, leave every option on the table. Yep, good point there. Yep. If you flip the standings upside down, the Sabres are on top. Yep. We're used to being at the bottom. What a stinker of a game for the Sabres, though. I mean, they just continuously put us to sleep and make us angry every single game. You'd think eventually this would change, but it just doesn't seem like it's gonna. Only 2 players have no trade clause and $9 million in cap space. Yep. Again, if you're not going to use your cap space, you're not going to win games. Buffalo bottom feeders. Fans, Terry, there is an iceberg ahead, Terry. I believe in this team breaking news. Sabres are in the bottom of the Atlantic. Yep. Have to stay optimistic. I mean, I've been trying. And yeah, the future will be bright. It can't get any worse than this, right? The only way to go is up. And the wise words of Gary Cohen, feels like rock bottom. Didn't watch a second of the game. Seems like I didn't miss much. AI, you did not miss a thing. 6-1. Low effort. CM says, how can you sit there and say that the solution is in the room? I don't understand. Yeah, I don't either. Luke, thank you for joining. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you as well. One bright spot is this channel is growing rapidly. It sure is. Thank you guys for joining again. I think people just, like to watch how bad this team could possibly get. Again, if you're not going to be really good, be really bad. And we have something to talk about there. So again, thank you guys for joining this one. This channel's growing good. The Instagram's growing good. The Bills are looking good. So again, thank you guys for your continued support. I love doing this, discussing it. Even if we disagree on certain things, it's always good to have discourse. And again, if your biggest problem in life is that the Sabres stink, you're living a pretty good life. Feed all your energy into the Bills so we see a Bills-Lions Super Bowl. I'd love that. Absolutely love that. Dominic says the answer is in the room. I think there's some pieces in the room that are the answer. I just think the answer is not necessarily in the front office. You guys do a lot on the Instagram. Got to get more active Discord. Yeah, again, I don't know too much about Discord, but I don't know. We'll get that thing going again. If anyone in here is on Discord, be sure to join it. It is on our profile, the invite link. Can't get any lower than the bottom. Can't stay, and they enjoy a long stay there. They deserve it. Yep. 11 straight games. Sawyer says I barely use it. Yeah, kind of same with me too. You kind of need a lot going on there. You need mods and all that, and I don't know, it's tough. It's tough to find people that want to run it, But Sawyer, your Memphis team is winning. So I think that's going to be it for this stream. I'll have Jaden end this one now. Thank you guys for joining this one. Again, 6-1, and we averaged over 40 all stream long. Thank you guys for joining this one. We'll be back. I don't know when. Again, a couple of games that I can't do. I have prior commitments. So I'm not streaming to just not stream. I got stuff to do, but we'll be back. Hopefully the losing streak's over by then, and have a good one. I'll put the bag on until we end.